And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Monday, Martin Luther King Day today, but that almost kind of got overlooked today because of the inauguration of our newest president. But hey, we got baseball news out there, guys. There's a little bit of thawing of the hot stove. Have Anthony Santander is going to the Blue Jays. What's up, Robbie DeVille?
Lucky.
And we got Joey Lucchesi. Is that how you say it? Lucchesi?
Yeah, that one
again, it's just a depth move. It's a jet move.
It's a giant move.
It's up January. I mean, whatever. It's depth. That's all it is. It whatever. Lucchesi, is that how you say it? Thank you, Ace. It's Lucchesi.
So we're going to talk about Santander. We're going to talk about the lineup. What did you have in the thumbnail tonight?
I have Anthony Santander.
Beautiful.
And Joey Lucchesi. There you go.
Joey, Anthony
and Joey. Yeah.
Eric, Glenn.
And now, another special guest appearance on Giant Sports Talk Live.
No, it's not Chardol. It's Paul. Hey, Paul.
What's up, Paul?
Unmute the mic and we're ready to go, baby. Freaking amateurs.
Hello, everyone.
There he is.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Amateurs. How you doing, Paul?
Doing good. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Oh, whoa.
It's called show. It's called show prep, Paul.
Houston, we have a problem.
You might be getting a heap of helping tonight, Paul, man. I lay it in hard on the amateurs, baby.
I'll tell you what. Hey, just give us a thumbs up when you're ready to go, man.
We'll go. That's good.
Anyways, we got some moves that's going on out there. We could talk. Well, we'll talk a little bit about the roster today, right? Is that what's kind of on the plate? But let's talk about these real quick. Joey Lucchesi, again, it's just a depth piece. Giants got a lot of depth as far as pitching is concerned. Not so much from the left-handed side, I should say the left-handed side. So we'll see. It's a minor league invite with an opportunity to get to the bigs. He has a spring training invite, and we'll see what is going to happen with Joey Lucchesi. Again, whatever. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Again, it's depth. It's for me.
Hey, how about them Toronto Blue Jays? What a steal, Eric. What a steal. Oh, my God. The guy's going to hit 50 home runs, man. Killing me.
The guy it's a weird contract, man. He's got freaking deferrals all over the place. I think there's opt-outs. I mean, good God, man. It's just one of those things. Here, let me see.
I think he's got an opt-out after 2, but then money changes if he stays. It's one of those deals like Ohtani, if he stays longer, it increases.
Who has the better freaking breakdown of this? Jeff Passan, not so much. I'm looking at John Heyman.
Tell you, the breakdown is hell of a steal for the Jays. We fucking blow it again. Oh, pardon me. We blow it again.
You weren't looking for Santander. You weren't talking about him, though, were you? Not really.
Dude, when I saw that the Jays got him, we can't land a player like that.
Honestly,
we need a right fielder, Eric. We need a right fielder.
Right at this particular time, You want to see? You want to see Santander play right field in Oracle Park? It ain't happening, dude. I'm just saying. If you wanted to make him a DH, okay, I get it. I don't know if I want him out there in right.
Why
field.
not?
The right field is not easy to play in Oracle Park, man.
Who gives a shit? If the guy gets 100 RBIs, I don't care if he can catch a cold. Put him out there. It's Eric. You cannot listen, you start sounding like the fans when you tell me it's all pitching and defense. Listen, dude, if the guy can't play a solid right field, but he hits you 50, he's capable of 50 bombs and 110 RBIs, I think I'd like him out in right field and at the plate.
I don't see him doing that. Not in Oracle Park. No, when you're playing half your games at Oracle Park, I just don't see it.
Okay, before I get
Alonso,
up, then you tell me.
Yeah,
if you got a player like that available, Eric, and you don't sign him,
I would wait.
All you got is a bench player and a guy who's kind of over the hill. We shouldn't even have him anyway. We got no right fielder.
I would wait until next year. I'm okay waiting 1 year to get Kyle Tucker. I'm just saying.
You ain't getting Kyle Tucker, though, Eric.
But if you get Santander, you're definitely not getting Kyle Tucker. See what I'm saying?
So why aren't we getting Eric? The numbers don't lie. Paul, come on in and help me, buddy. And in case you two get in a fight, I wore my police hat tonight. I'm going to referee. Paul, I think Anthony Santander was scooped up in a steal by the Blue Jays with the opt-outs. The financial deal was beautiful. I just said, I don't know if you could hear us. We couldn't hear you. I said, you got Yaz, you know what you get. It's, 200 hitter. And you got Matos, who's at the major league level. Matos is a bench player.
We don't know. We can't say that because honestly, we don't know with Matos. We just don't.
So wait a second. Are you saying, Eric, you just pass on a Santander because, Matos might pan out. And next year we might get Tucker. Next year when we don't get Tucker, let's
say this. The Giants would not have gotten Santander for that amount. The Giants would have had to overpay, period, right? And the Giants aren't going to do it. They're just not.
Why? You think he was adamant about holy shit, the Blue Jays, Toronto's the place I gotta go.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for people to get to San Francisco, you got to overpay. More so.
Overpay.
But I just don't know it. But the Giants aren't going to overpay for him. That's the problem. We're
Why
talking about
not?
the Giants.
See, then there is a problem.
I know. Charles Johnson. There you go, man. They're just not going to do it. The Giants are not going to sign anyone of significance. It's not going to happen, man.
Benji says Santander equals 35 home runs.
I don't see it. No way.
Eric, he's going to hit. All right. Tonight, I got to get a little cue card. I'm going to get Paul, you don't mind if I get out a scorecard, do you?
What's up, George?
Did some homework, guys.
Because I think we're going to have to review our notes.
Let's go.
Because I think Santander with the Blue Jays.
Here, let's see.
46 home runs. 100. I'm going to go heavy. I was going to go like 107. I'll go 117 RBIs. 46 home runs, 117 RBIs. You think we're getting that from our right field position this year, Paul?
No.
Do you think he's capable of that?
No.
All right. Lay it on us. Tell me what you feel.
Okay.
I'm going to be shitting on you, but that's okay.
Before I go into this, I love your show, guys. You guys bring the energy. I love everyone in the chat.
I know what that means. That's a warm up. That's I love you guys, but
I'm going to drop the hammer.
There we go.
Just remember, this is my viewpoint on my experience and how I used to scout. I literally did a 1 hour homework assignment, looked at some video on Anthony Santander, not just hitting, but also the fielding. I wanted to grade them accordingly based on what my eyes are telling me. And then I also looked at some video footage of Luis Matos from last year. Obviously, he's been an improvement, winter league and whatnot.
Sure.
But let me tell you what I got, and you guys we can have a nice chat. And again, just keep an open mind. Chat, keep an open mind. Lay it on us at the end, but hear me out what I got, and then this will definitely raise some discussions here.
All right.
So based on my scale, I did the grading for batting average. So let's say 80 would be the highest, 20 would be the lowest.
Real quick, Paul, did you do a span of years, or did you just do 1 year?
Just 1 year.
Okay.
So I'm grading. Good question. I'm only grading these two players
Based
as
on
of
last
last year.
Okay.
That is it. We're not projecting right now. We're just going off pure
Fair.
stats, pure numbers. Okay. Power, same thing. It's an 80 to 20, and I'll get into like what it means and whatnot when I grade. Speed, same thing, 20 to 80. Velocity, 20 to 80. Arm strength, 20 to 80.
Wait, real quick. Velocity is throwing the ball or the swinging the bat?
It is throwing the ball and swinging the bat.
Okay, gotcha.
Miles per hour.
Okay.
Okay. And when I grade them, I'll break it down what a 40 equals, what a 50 equals, because I don't want to go into the minutia of everything, right?
Fair.
Okay. So let's start with Mr. Anthony Santander. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 6'2". Here are his measurables. 230 pounds. He was drafted in 2012 in the second round, which I just learned about that today. He was a Rule 5 player from the Orioles in 2017.
Okay.
I couldn't find out what his signing bonus was just because I think it's kind of fun, but I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. If you can find it on the chat, just throw it in there. That'd be awesome. Hometown, Venezuela.
Okay.
2024. Here's his stats. And this is actually a good one for the amount of at-bats because it obviously is going to be different from Luis Matos.
Correct.
595 at-bats last year. His batting average was 235. He had 44 home runs. He had 102 RBIs. He only had 2 stolen bases. His OPS was 814. Okay. Now, according to these numbers, he falls on the scale of a hitting grade would be a 40. A 40 hitting grade means he hit 235 to 244. You follow me?
Got it.
Bat speed, just based on what my eyes were telling me, I graded him at 50. Which means he's let's go down the velocity. I grade him around 93 mile per hour bat speed, roughly. Okay. Give or take, I could be off by, I don't know, a number or two. According to this scale that I have, and again, this is not the Tampa Bay Rays scale, it's just a scale that I found online. It's pretty accurate. Power, they graded him at an 80. So according to this scale, if you hit 40 plus home runs, you are automatically an 80. Okay. Let's go with the speed. Based on what I saw, I don't have a stopwatch in front of me. I can't time him home to first. I'd have to actually go to the baseball game and get those measurables. But just based on what I saw for the speed, I'm going to grade him a 45. So he looks like, according to my scale, he's like a 2 point. Sorry. Home to first. There it is. Right-handed. He would be a 4.35, anywhere between a 4.25 and a 4.35 from the time the ball hits the bat and the time he touches first base. Okay, so he's below average in my opinion. Fielding. I gave him a 45. I gave him below average. Athleticism, I gave him a 45. Now, here's the notes I wrote up on him. Now, hear me out. I looked at his back in one of the photos. He has a wide back, and usually guys with wide backs, they bring big power or power potential.
Okay.
So the wide back explains to me where the home runs are coming from because he's strong. He has long, lengthy arms and legs. He actually looks like, to me, like an NFL tight end. He has power from both sides of the plate, which is huge. His head's quiet. He has very good body control, which correlates with the head being quiet. These are the things I don't like. He's a pull hitter naturally. He will go up the middle occasionally, and he rarely goes oppo. I don't like that at all. He has strong hands, strong frame, which overcompensates for his lack of ability to go oppo. Muscles, he muscles the swing a lot. Now, back on the fielding, he does take some sketchy routes to the ball, which means he doesn't take good routes, clean routes, diagonal, straight lines. Sometimes he'll start yin and yanging or zigzagging to the ball. But since his frame is so long and wiry, that makes up for his bad routes. So that's why he catches the ball and he makes it look easy. But if he didn't have those long legs and arms, he wouldn't be able to catch most of those balls. Trust me.
Okay.
He does have good body actions, which is another thing. Like his athleticism is kind of sneaky. He has like effortless, I call them effortless actions. So when he's running, he makes things look easy. His reactions look easy. He doesn't like panic and look like he's freaked out when the ball's hit to him. He's just got a natural way to stay calm under pressure. What else do I have on him? His power would play. I put this down. You're going to hate this, Eric. Based on what I saw, his power would play at Oracle. That left-handed swing, that pull swing, he would have a field day in the Cove. Let me see here.
What about him going to right center, though? That's where he's going to lose some.
A little bit, yeah. He's a pull guy, and that could play into – he kind of reminds me of Matos from the right side because he likes to pull the ball a lot. But that can play when he's playing at different times of the day or even night at Oracle.
On the road. On the road. I think you're going to see a drastic numbers between home and away.
You might. But I think based on what I'm seeing, it can play. And he gets the ball up so high in the air, which is huge at Oracle because the wind will take that ball out. Even if you have a pop-up, sometimes it'll just take the ball out, right? So, again, you can talk to or even watch the show with Will Clark. He will say Oracle is actually a hitter's ballpark if you understand what times of the day and night to hit the ball and where to hit it. So night games, typically, if you hit it,
night games are tough.
Nope, straightaway center field. It's documented. If you hit the ball to center field in the air during a night game, you have a really good possibility of the ball traveling out of the yard. Even sometimes left center, it's going that way as well. It just depends on the hour of the day or even.
Problem is he doesn't hit very many to straight center. Everything's pretty much right to right center. That's where his tendencies are.
Exactly. That's his tendencies. Correct. So again, that's where it gets a little sketchy, but the kid has potential. I don't think he's a right fielder at Oracle. I definitely think he's a left fielder at Oracle.
Okay.
So you'd have to move Ramos over to right.
Right.
And his accolade that I found, he was an all-star last year. So I guess that's a big thing. He's got some momentum and whatnot. And he's also 30 years old.
I don't think Ramos is that great an outfielder either. You see him?
He's not the greatest.
Come down, man. Or
he's not the greatest. And putting him in right field could also be could have some consequences if you decide to move him to right.
Right. He's a little quicker though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a little quicker.
Yes.
I grade him a little higher than what's his name? Santander. I grade him a little bit higher, but he's not totally better. They're not like two different worlds right here. Okay, so let's get to our boy Luis Matos, the one we love, the one we're rooting for. The underdog story.
Bench player.
Bench player.
Bench player. I'd rate him a 45, like last night. Or 45, he's a bench player.
Okay.
Young guys aren't ever bench players, but that's besides the point.
Now this kid's what, 23? So he's 5'11" versus 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
He was about 160 when he was younger. I think he's around 190. They didn't put his
somewhere around there. I think he's like around 180 or something like that.
180, 190. Yeah, a little muscle, but I will say that I'll give him 190, maybe soaking wet. He was drafted in 2019 out of the international draft. They don't really put a round on it. They just say 2019. And he made $725,000.
Yeah, league. What is it? That's the league minimum, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And he came from Venezuela as well. So they have something in common. Now, last year in the big leagues, I don't want to go with the River Cat stats. I just went with the big league stats. 150 at bats.
Not very many.
Not very many. He batted .213. He only had 5 home runs, which is explainable. 39 RBIs. And this is what's a little disappointing. 3 stolen bases and then a .613 OPS.
Giants never steal bases.
I get that.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm going to go off this scale based on what he did last year, not projecting out, he actually falls for hitting. He hits the 20 on the scale, which is the 215 and above. right? And let's go back to bat speed. I got him graded at 45, which comes out to 92 mile per hour bat speed, roughly.
So
maybe
similar to Santander.
Similar. And that's what's weird about Luis. His frame is smaller.
But he's got some wicked bat speed.
He's got some wicked bat speed. He's got some strong hands.
Yeah.
So that's something to look at, right? RBIs. I told you about RBIs. Okay, so we're moving on to power. According to only 5 home runs, he had 30 power last year, which equates out to 5 to 9 home runs. But I'm projecting, again, we're not doing that right now, but I projected 25 on a good year, which would equal 55 power, which is 23 to 27.
And when you say on a good year, does that mean he's got to play? He's got to be your everyday right fielder?
That's
correct.
To be. That's correct. That's correct. I don't have the stopwatch in front of me, but I'm just looking at him. He looks like a 50 runner to me, which means he's definitely quicker than Santander. And it looks like 55 runner would be a 4.15 to a 4.25 speed from home to first.
What's that average?
Which is, a little bit above average. It is average. I'm sorry. 55 would be above average. And velocity from his arm, based on what I saw, it looks like 45. I'm going to grade him out. And the velocity equals 92 miles per hour. He might even be a 40 arm, 90 to 92, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I need to go see him and really look at that arm. And a lot of times there's 2 ways you can tell. You can get the radar gun and go behind wherever he's throwing it. Let's say he's throwing it to third or throwing it to home, and you take the velo that way. Or you can tell how the ball is coming off the grass, how it's like coming off hard or coming off slow. And you can kind of estimate what you think it is. And then you can kind of see his arm speed and just tie it all together. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And let's see here. Fielding wise, I think he's definitely better than Santander. I gave him a 55. So he's above average on the fielding. And as far as athleticism, I gave him a 50 versus the 45. And here's what I got on what I saw on the scouting report. Medium-sized frame, sneaky power, average power potential, average athlete, strong hands, not a high ceiling. He could be a solid everyday player. His head is pretty quiet for the most part. He tends to pull the ball, at least last year he did. He needs to perfect his approach and trust himself. He is a tough, hard-nosed player that brings energy. And I would project him out probably a left fielder. For an insurance plan, we probably put him in right field, but he's probably projected at a left field position for Oracle. So that's what I got.
What's up, Tom? All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, he's also got the benefit of the youth. He's 7 years younger, right?
Right. So
you're telling me they're very similar, except Santander's more seasoned. He's a MLB pro. He's an all-star, but you also got Matos with the youth. There's still upside for Matos.
There is.
So what do you say then,
the
Paul?
ceiling's not as high.
Right.
If you're the guy making the move, so you're trying to say, to me anyway, you're trying to say, well, 7 years younger, similar bat. Do they bat similarly though? One's an all-star. One hit 44 home runs last year.
And
you told me
all year too.
How many did you say? Yeah. Maybe Matos hits 25.
Maybe, yeah.
So then what are we doing? What are we doing? How can we compare them then if Santander is clearly the better player?
Right now he is, yeah, absolutely. Just because of power.
So how can the Giants? So then my bottom line is, how can the Giants turn down upgrade? We've been talking about it, Eric. The Dodgers upgrade, and we go, we got.
I would not waste. That's just me. I'd rather get an Alonso or Bregman over a Santander. But then again, they're not right fielders. I would rather wait 1 year and try to get Tucker. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But that's what I would try to do.
Yeah, I don't play wait. No more waiting around for me. You get the best players available. You don't say, well, we don't get anybody next year.
But if you
get the next year,
here's the problem.
Somebody for 29. Why would we go out and get Santander was there to fuck. Why did we not go out and get him? And you're talking about the polar bear.
Here's the
and you're the guy coming on the show, Eric, every night who says, but wait another year because we got Eldridge.
It's true. Yes. But Glenn, you weren't screaming for Santander. You were screaming for some of these other guys, man. You
not Bregman and not Alonso.
Look, you did not say anything about, hey, we got to go get Santander.
No, I didn't. But look what he signed for. Now, in retrospect, why the hell didn't we? Asleep at the wheel again.
That's different. That's a different story. We're talking apples and oranges. You're talking about contract. I'm talking about the player, right? And I understand, yes.
Oh, I'm talking about the player. I want Santander for 5 years in our right field. I'm taking that all the day.
Another thing we're not throwing in the equation is Santander is a switch hitter.
Switch hitter gets 600. The life of that contract is good for over 600 RBIs, Eric.
So how is he better from the left or the right? Or are they the same?
I got to get those numbers. I have no idea. But it looks like in his highlights, he hits more from the left than he does from the right.
Yes, he does, because I got his baseball savant.
Yeah.
And he is, as you said, he is a pool hitter. A pool hitter. Most of his home runs are to right center.
I would agree with the assumption, because it's all assumptions right now. Let's take the emotion out. If there's a play, we do get Tucker next year. I think that's the best play for us, because the numbers I got on Tucker, and I didn't do a big scouting report because I didn't have time. Now, this is what I got on Tucker. 6'4", 212, first-round draft pick in 2015. Signed for $4 million, came out of Tampa, Florida. Came out of high school. He hit, actually, this is interesting. His batting average was 289, but I found out he only had 277 at-bats.
Last year? Yeah.
Last year.
He was hurt. You know why? He had a freaking broken shin for like 3 damn months.
Okay.
I know, because he was on my baseball fantasy.
Right. So now I'm changing my whole perspective about the kid, because I thought he had over 500 at-bats when we were doing the chat earlier today. And come to find out, this kid only had 277 at-bats. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. He's put up a lot of numbers with only.
And he hit 23 home runs. He hit 49 RBIs. He had only 11 stolen bases, and his OPS was 993. So
pretty damn good. I know, man.
According to the scale, he's a 60 home run guy.
Yep.
He's a 55 bat speed. He's a 55 power guy. He's a 55 speed guy. He's a 50 on the velocity. He's a 60 on the fielding, and he's a 60 on the athleticism. And I didn't write a big report because I didn't have time.
That's fair.
But I think that guy, if we could get him next year for a long-term contract, that would be the play. If all else fails, if that was our plan, that is the move, in my opinion.
All right, you've already looked at the numbers. Did we miss out? Were we asleep at the wheel? Would Santander have benefited the San Francisco Giants?
This year, yes, and probably the next 3 or 4 years, yes. I would say yes. However, if Ramos is our future, Jung-Ho Lee's our future, and we're going after Tucker next year, and Matos could be a backup, McRae could be a backup, and we have some other young guys that could be backups, that's a solid outfield right there.
Yeah, but then you got Santander to DH.
Yeah, but
I don't think it. I thought it was
could be
no
DH
lose
well,
situation.
Right? Eldridge might have to DH because he might have to catch up to get the first base.
You can't DH a kid, man.
That's the thing, right?
Do that. You can't have a kid ride the bench.
That's the thing. So, I mean, you could for a couple days, right? But you got to get him playing. You got to get him playing.
But he has to play. Just like Matos has to play. Look, if he comes up and you play him like you've done the last few years, all you're doing is sabotaging his career, to be honest with you. You're just sabotaging
The problem with Eldridge is we got to get him close to a Golden Glove level. Close to it. I don't know if he ever will be one. His bat is elite. But we got to get that glove going, because if not, it's really hard to play at that level.
And Senior is right. Giants weren't gonna get Santander. Giants aren't gonna get Alonso. Giants aren't gonna get Bregman. And next year they're not gonna get Tucker. They're not gonna get Vlad.
Right.
So, we're stuck with what we have, man.
We are, but we're not.
If the San Francisco Giants could have got him, why didn't they?
That's woulda, coulda, shoulda. This is the Giants, man. This is the issue I have with the current ownership. They're not going to do it, man. That's the problem. And it sucks.
Buster Posey sleeping at the wheel this year.
It's not Buster Posey. It's ownership. Ownership has to sign off on these contracts. Buster Posey could go and sit there and say, yes, I want that guy. Will you give me the money? No. Okay. And then I'm still not in on Buster Posey. Buster Posey came out in the media last week on 2 different networks in the Bay Area and says, I got a problem with trading young talent. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Trade them all, Eric. Trade them all. Trade Ramos. Trade Bailey. Trade anybody. Fitzgerald. Eric, this is a team that hasn't made the playoffs in umpteen years. This is a team that isn't playing 500. Paul, riddle me this. When you're a team in Major League Baseball that doesn't make the postseason, doesn't play 500, shouldn't it be like any other professional athlete, any other employee who gets up, works 9 to 5? If you ain't cutting it, your job's on the line.
Well, I agree. I do agree, because if your team's not performing, everyone should be for sale. Everybody. All options have to be open. Obviously, the guys that are not tradable, like Adames and Chapman, we can't trade those guys. But
or Verlander. Can't trade Verlander.
We could trade Verlander.
Can't trade Verlander. He's got a no trade clause.
Does he really?
Yes, he does. We looked at that last night. He's got a full no trade clause.
Okay.
For 1 year. Can you believe that? Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Anyone should be tradable. Even our boy Webb should be potentially tradable.
There you go.
And I hate to say that because I love these guys. We all love some of these Giants because the personality. I think the Giants has a cool fan base because the team is like a family environment. You look at the Dodgers, it's like a corporation. It's all business.
Right.
We're a business, but we're still like a family environment. So we feel like we fall in love with our family. We don't want to get rid of our family member. We love this kid. But unfortunately, if Webb can get us 3 solid players, unfortunately, we're going to have to be thinking like that, especially if we have another losing season.
Here's the problem, though. We got to look at what's before us. Posey is not going to trade Webb. He already gave a contract to Chapman with a no trade. He already signed Willie Adames with a no trade. That is the reality. We could sit there and wish and want, but he's not doing that.
Well, then don't call out ownership. Call out Buster Posey.
It's ownership that's going
You just said yes no. Buster Posey. Oh, he won't trade Webb. Well, then he's not the man.
It's the organization. I'm using Buster Posey as the face of the organization.
Let me ask you this.
That's just the way it is, man.
Would Sabian get rid of Webb if we can get 3 solid players?
He would entertain
Absolutely.
that. Okay. He would entertain that.
So when Posey goes down that rabbit hole and he has to make those tough decisions, we know Posey's cut out for the job. Until then, he's still thinking and acting like a player.
But but can you fault him for that?
No, I can't.
You can't. The guy just got done.
That's a good thing too, to an extent,
right?
Because players can relate to him when they're talking to him, which is a great thing.
Yes,
that's good for recruiting. But there's going to come a point in time. That's why I say give him 2 years. He's got to get his butt kicked mentally a couple times, right?
I tell you what, this is going to take a little bit of diversion. Yes. Would you think that Buster Posey probably should have been a manager before he became a president of baseball ops? I think he would have. He would have been a perfect manager for he's the on-field general, so to speak. Right? I think he would excel in that. He's not used to this, man. He has never, ever done a job like this of being a president of baseball operations, man.
But
it's not easy. You just can't roll into it.
As hard as it is, and I know he's not the best director at this point, he's still doing a hell of a job for not having any experience.
Fair.
I mean, if you sign Adames, and I know you don't want to talk about Verlander, you still sign some decent guys for not really knowing what the hell he's doing.
And honestly, this is the issue I have is how much is ownership putting a kibosh on something that he may want to do. In other words, think about this. I sent you the tweet. Andrew Friedman, when he was in Tampa Bay, did a phenomenal job, right?
Yep.
Now he goes to LA. Now he's got freaking the keys to the kingdom, man. And whatever he wants, he's going to get. There is no price. If Buster Posey had that ability, I guarantee he's probably going to do a little bit better than what he has been doing, no?
And, well, let me take a step back before I answer that. And he's got one of the top 3 farm systems. He grabbed that same formula and brought it into LA. That is why he was so successful at free agents, because
yes,
I said last time, he's 3 deep almost at every position.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to get rid of guys because he doesn't even have room for them in the big leagues, which makes them all trade bait.
Trade bait. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's what they've been doing, man.
To the game, trade bait. Right now, we don't have enough trade bait. So we're living and dying by 1 or 2 players that we cannot get rid of, but other teams want.
You know, Paul, and I thought about this after you guys were gone last night. I don't think you were in the chat. I think you were already gone. Think about this, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
When's the last time the Giants have traded a prospect for a good MLB player? I don't mean to be redundant. Some people in the chat
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Probably Chris Bryant, 2021.
Probably, yeah.
Right? Before that, I think it was Brian Reynolds. So
Okay.
Giants are reluctant to trade their prospects for good MLB talent. Okay. When's the last time the Giants have traded good MLB talent for a good prospect?
Yeah.
Never. I can't even tell you.
Long freaking time.
When is the last time the Giants have traded an MLB player for a good prospect?
Okay. So let me take a step.
Real quick. And then the Giants don't want to spend money. So how do you make your team better if you can't trade either way for either an MLB player or for a good prospect and not spend money? How do you build that team? And just like, and again, this is kind of pivots on or piggybacks on what you're saying about Andrew Friedman. The guy knows how to do that stuff, and that's why he's succeeding.
But let me rebuttal that, and let me give us like a bird's eye view of what's going on right now. It's taken him 11 years of being a Dodger, of building this thing up for 11 years. Okay? Now let's circle back to Posey for a second. 3 or 4 months. Let's give him 4 months. He needs more time.
Okay. Farhan had 6 years. What did he get anywhere close?
No. But
not even close.
Let's not talk about Farhan right now, because that's a whole.
I'm just saying that's the basis.
Farhan is a case study at this point. He didn't work out, so he's just a case study, right? We're going to go back in history books and say this is what not to do. The one thing that I would do if I was Posey, and this is a strategic move, and if anyone has an in to the executives for the Giants, hear me out. I think it's a great idea. Go after the top 3 farm systems. Right now, it's between the Red Sox, the Rays, and the Dodgers. Find out who's scouting for those teams. Offer them more money. Bring them over to the Giants. They already have the formula to go find the right players. Start building.
There you go.
Elite scouts in your organization that know what they're doing. Now we start grabbing the right players to get to the big leagues. Now we're not worried about anything, because eventually those guys become trade bait, or some of them will make it and become the next best thing. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to go after the guys that know what they're doing, not just guys that draft players.
I agree with you, but answer me this. If you can't offer money to get freaking good MLB players, what makes you think the Giants are going to go pay to get freaking scouts? That's the issue. Look, the Giants got some issues going on, and I don't know what it is, man, because I don't know how you could sit there and try to stay under the CBT while you got these other teams who are blowing. Look, I'm not saying you always have to blow past it. Yeah. Me and you even talked about it. There's times you should exceed the CBT if you want to make your team better. So it's just, I just don't have faith that the ownership would want to even do that. Do they even do that's? And now again, we're getting to the crux of things. Well, do the Giants ownership actually care about the product on the field, or are they worried about something else, such as Mission Rock?
I think, there's a lot of politics going on that we don't even know about.
Correct.
So everything's an assumption right now, and everything's emotional because we're tired of seeing crappy baseball. I get it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're all frustrated here. Okay, everyone take a deep breath, smile. Today's a good day. So let's get back to the business part. Posey is a part minority owner. If he's convicted in having a strategic plan, I have to be convinced if anyone can influence ownership, Greg Johnson, it has to be Buster Posey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't know those discussions behind closed doors.
We don't.
But I'm sure if Posey needs money, he can be aggressive and go after more money. I have a funny feeling Posey's afraid to ask for a lot of money because it's his first time out of the gates. So he's being a little conservative right now. So I know he's trying to build a good roster, but I think he's being afraid to fail.
That's the problem we had with Farhan.
But,
too conservative, too afraid.
He's going to get his butt kicked, and I think he's going to learn from failure, and I think he's going to be more aggressive as time goes on. So, again, we're going to have to see how this plays out. I can't judge Posey until I want to see 1 year. I agree. He's making good adjustments.
See how he does during the draft.
I want to see where he's at in 2 years. If he's doing things that we know he can do, he's turning things around, drafting better, guys are coming up, better player development. We're starting to get some free agents, and we're putting our names on. We can see the tide turning. Then I go, this is our guy. After 2 years, we'll kind of know if Posey's in the right position.
Paul, if our over-under is 79 this year, which seems low, and you say you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, year one, if we can't even win 79 games this year, at what point do you then say, okay, boys, we got an epic failure on the epic failure?
Well,
that would be honestly, Glenn, that would be if they get less than 79.
What's going to have to happen is we're going to have to go back to trading a bunch of people, or like Eric said, we're going over the CBT where you have to.
Or you can do what Eric said earlier. Paul, next year there's going to be a free agent of it. I'm tired of this. Like,
they're not spending money.
Tucker shouldn't even be on the. Who's available today?
They're not.
Who makes the ball? Who makes the ball club better today?
Right.
Not next October or in 2027. Who makes the ball club better today?
I get it. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of options because
I thought Santander. I can't even say it. Santander. I thought he did.
I thought he did too, but there's the fan part of me. What the hell? What are you doing, Buster? Oh my God. But then the business part of me is like, wait a second. What if they have a strategic plan? What if they're working on somebody for next year, or they have something in the work that no one knows about? And I can't speak for nobody because we don't know. But here's the way I look at it from a scouting perspective. If I'm a scout for the Giants, I'm competitive as hell. We don't need to sign a Kyle Tucker because I already have 2 Kyle Tuckers in the minor leagues. We already signed them. They're already coming up, and we're going to be just as good. They're cheaper, they're younger, they're fresher. We don't need to spend that kind of money. That's how you build a winning organization. We need to have that kind of talent in our minor league system. You know, Fitzgerald's great, but Fitzgerald should be one of 3 that are knocking on the door trying to play for the Giants in AAA.
Right.
Same type of talent. That's how competitive our roster should be.
That's how I feel about Matos.
Here's a question.
Same with Matos.
Would you like to see Bregman at second base more than Santander at right field?
Ooh, you're I watched him today too. I like that kid.
He's good.
Would you keep
tough one? I know.
Who would you put in right field to replace?
Well, for now, it's going to be just give Matos the run, and then if Matos doesn't work out, then you're going to have to figure something out.
Matos hasn't proven anything. Matos would have to have. He would have to have the single best. What? You just put him out there and put him out there? He hasn't proven anything, Eric. You don't give a guy a job over a veteran player, regardless of how bad you think the veteran is, when he hasn't proven.
You have to. He has proven it. He's proven it in AA and AAA. Have you seen his?
Oh, what did you say he batted? What did you say he batted?
Who are we talking about?
212.
212? That's not proving anything to me.
Hey, Glenn, he had 100 and something at bats. That's it. That's it.
So
That's
he had
nothing.
150 at bats, and he batted.
He's got to get at least to show something. He's got to have at least 500 at bats.
Right. So again, we're talking about 26, 27, because you're not playing him in the outfield of the major league level with no at bats.
Yeah,
he's got to get him. He's already had
In
him
AAA.
You see what he did in AAA and AA?
He batted 212.
No, he didn't. Not in AA and AAA.
no, he had a little bit more.
Eric, you
Dude,
can't
he
compare
was
double A.
awesome.
Eric, you're the first person who comes on the show with me and says, you can't sign this guy out of the Korean League because it's only double A ball and you can't have him playing here. So what's the difference?
He got the AAA, which is the holding pattern for the major leagues. He was batting over 300. He struck out less than he walked. He doesn't strike out. He has a great on base. He proved it in AA and AAA. He did it both.
At AAA?
His
Oh,
prime-
do you think he proved it at
his
AAA to be an
prime-
everyday player in right field for us? I don't think so.
Let me pull up those numbers.
Pull up his numbers in AA and AAA and look at those numbers. Pretty damn
Okay.
good. Pretty
Give me
damn
one
good.
second.
Even
I don't think you take a guy and
He
make
has
him
to-
an everyday right fielder if those are his numbers, and he only
you
has
have to give him a chance. That's the problem. There's got to come to a point to where you just gotta let's see what you got, kid, and not like Farhan, where you come up for a freaking week or two and then you're back down. His first year in the major leagues, he batted 250. That's pretty damn good as your first year. He was only freaking 21 years old.
Yeah, this is what disappoints me, Eric. You're talking about throw him out there. Let's take a chance when Santander was available.
Again, would you take Bregman over Santander?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, because obviously if you're willing to throw a guy he played well in AA. So, Eric, if that's the problem, we have a pressing need for right field right now.
So you're telling me Bregman is not better than Santander?
I didn't say that. I said the
You just
pressing
said you wouldn't
need.
take him
Oh,
over.
well, let's sign a catcher and throw him in right field if he can hit.
No, I'm
That's
asking
the
you,
thing.
would you
We need a right fielder.
Would you upgrade second base and have Matos in right field?
No.
You said no.
I'd rather have Santander in right and leave Fitzgerald at second.
Okay.
I might go with Santander because I like the switch hitting aspect and I like the way it plays in McCovey or the Cove. I think I could project 35 home runs on a good year, maybe 30, 35. I'm feeling that. And he's kind of got that high impact. He does get it done with runners on base as well. I was watching that as well. So he's a high impact player. He's an all-star. I mean, we got to start calling a spade a spade. He's an all-star.
He's an all-star, and we got a guy who played well at AA. I think there's a pressing need. Right there, right field.
Yeah. And if we had more guys in the farm system, I would say no, not a good idea. But since we are so thin, I think it's a good move, in my opinion. He hit 331 last year. 331 ABs, 257 average, 14 home runs, 54 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, 780 OPS.
I would take Bregman over Santander.
Would you?
Look at the numbers here. Batting average a little bit better. Santander's got a little bit more power. RBIs are almost the same. Batting average better. On base, he's got a better eye. Slugging, of course, Santander with the home runs. But look at the OPS and OPS plus. Take into consideration the ballpark.
I think Santander, with a tiny little tweak in that bat,
I'm not talking about no tweaks, man. I'm talking about we got Alex Bregman at second base. If you have Chapman, Adames, Bregman, and then eventually Eldridge at first base, and then you have Ramos, Lee, and Matos in right field, I think you're doing something.
Would Bregman want to play second base though?
Yeah, but again,
he looks like
Eric,
a bona fide third
what
base.
happens next year?
Again, that's going to be a that's
What
gonna
happened? What do you do next year, Eric? So we don't get Tucker. Yaz is gone. Matos flops. What do you got? You got nothing. So instead of taking an all-star right fielder, you're hanging. You played.
You got Bregman.
well,
You got
double A.
James
James the third, baby.
Upgrade
James
second.
the third.
What are you talking about? Are you saying having Chapman, Adames, Bregman, Eldridge, Ramos, and Lee is not a deep lineup? That's your first six.
That's
not a
not
deep
bad.
lineup.
That's pretty good.
You're right. That's good. So
But I
what's
thought we were
wrong?
here to talk about. I thought we were talking about the lineup.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Right. I thought we were talking about Santander in right field.
I'm talking about Bregman at second base.
And you asked me, would I rather have Bregman or Santander today?
Yes.
And I said Santander because we have a need in right field.
We kind of had a need at second base as well. Right?
Where's the need greater?
I mean,
okay. How many home runs? What do you think Fitz's batting average is going to be this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
31.
Hold on. Let's see what I know. Baseball Reference. They have a.
I think a good year will be 230.
Let's see what he hit last year.
Oh, he batted like 280.
Oh, Fitzgerald. I was thinking, sorry.
Yeah.
Fitz, he could bat about 260.
I don't see. Here's the thing, too. I don't think he's a natural second baseman.
No, I don't think he is either.
You know, I would like to see him.
He looked pretty bad at shortstop.
He actually wouldn't be a bad first baseman.
Okay, this is what they're here. I'll show it to you. This
Check
is the
it out.
projections.
I was reading something about him. He has the third highest speed in the big leagues, supposedly.
Yeah, he's fast.
Why isn't he not in the outfield?
Good point. Here we go. Look at this. They project him having 341 at bats. So basically a platoon guy.
Okay.
15 home runs, batting 267, 326 on base.
Jesus Christ, that's one ugly stat line, Eric.
That's a projection. Now, this is what he did last year. 280 with a 334 on base. Had 15 home runs. 340 or 314 at bats.
And they're projecting him to give us 40 RBIs. It's terrible.
And he had a decent OPS plus, 136.
I take the addition of 100 RBIs, throw him in right field.
So how would you like this? Bregman at second base and Fitzgerald in right. How about that?
I'm not putting Fitzgerald in right field if he's getting me 40 RBIs, Eric. Where's my offense coming from? Our pitching is pretty sketchy, and if we ain't getting offense, it's going downhill quick.
No, you got Chapman, Adames, and Bregman. And Eldridge.
That's going to win us a World Series next year, Eric.
Dude, I'm not talking about next. You're talking about you're trying to put together Murderer's Row, man. You can't put together Murderer's Row in one damn. He wants all-stars and MVPs at every position, and it just
he wants to be the Dodgers, right? We all do.
You can't.
We
can't build like the Dodgers.
There, I put my hat on because I want to win. Yeah, it seems like the only two guys in the chat tonight, Eric, or in our show, are Paul and I wearing Giants gear because we want to win. We want to win. We want the best players. You want to put a guy who had a great guy.
You got to be realistic.
Giants hat.
You got to be realistic. I tell you what, man.
That's saying. He had a great double-A 2 years ago.
We're talking about what ifs and trying to put unreasonable players in every damn 1 through 9. You can't. You can't have all-stars and MVPs 1 through 9. You can't.
Right.
It's impossible.
But you can. You can have an all-star in right field.
But you can have a Gold Glover at second base.
Okay, so
why are you fixated with defense?
Here's the way we got to circle back. Okay,
did you just see what I gave with Bregman? Dude.
Left field and right field. We need power.
I'd taken Santander.
When we build the lineup, we want power.
I think he'd be a beast
in right field, right?
Beast.
You never talked about Santander once.
I'm talking about him tonight.
Yeah, you're talking about him when he's gone. Where were you talking about him before he signed? Come on, man. He's gone. We can't.
Well, I've been telling everybody who listened that I thought you were crazy the last 2 weeks saying Matos is starting opening day. I go, you're crazy.
I would rather have Matos than Yaz.
No, you would rather. Eric, this isn't fantasy baseball. I'd rather have him out there.
Dude,
it's Santander.
What the hell you want me to do? You want me to go to the grave of Babe Ruth, get his DNA and freaking clone his ass and put him on the right field?
Santander.
That's who we have.
At noon today, Santander was available. At noon today, Santander was available. At 11:59, you're like, I don't want him. Oh my God, I want a great double-A player out there.
Glenn, the entire time you've been talking about the offseason, you never said anything. You never said boo about Santander, and all of a sudden he's gone, and now he's the second coming of Babe Ruth.
I'm just saying. I thought we were going to talk about who's who here in our lineup. We should have a Santander in right field.
But we can't have Santander. He's gone. But we can get Bregman.
Okay. Yeah, he's gone. Why is he gone, Eric? Because the goddamn Giants didn't sign him.
I understand that, but we didn't even care about Santander.
And you're going to blame that on ownership.
until today.
Yeah.
Look, you want to talk about the lineup? Let's talk about the lineup. Who's the guys in right field currently? It's Matos and Yaz. That's what it is.
Okay,
We could get
Yastrzemski.
Bregman. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yaz had 428 at bats last year. He hit 231 with 18 home runs, with 57 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a 739 OPS.
Who's that, Bregman?
That's Yaz.
Okay, yeah. 50. Well, that's a reason why he should be at 57 RBIs.
Yeah.
And he batted the first 2
Streaky.
months of the year 200.
Streaky, very streaky. The only reason why he still has a job, because he's a plus
Defense.
defender.
Yep, defense.
That's
Right.
the only reason why he still has a job.
Yes.
If he didn't have that, then he would be done.
Correct.
And
100%.
unfortunately, you've got to cover that big hole out there. And there's not a lot of players that can do that.
Right.
Rick, I listened to the show for this. Oh, man. I'm on the same page as you, Glenn. I want the team to be better. But Santander, unfortunately, is gone.
Well,
So
the team
who
ain't
do we have left?
the team ain't getting better if we're throwing Matos out there in right field, buddy.
Look, let's see what he could do. And if he doesn't work out, then you try to figure something out in right field next year.
Better
That's
hurry
just what you have
fast
to do.
because we're going to be about
You
10
have to.
games out.
You got to
A
give
month
him
into
a
the season.
chance, man. You have to. Look at Ramos. If we did the same thing with Ramos, we would have never saw him last year. Ever.
Nope.
We would have never
Nope.
seen him.
The Giants had their chance last year, Eric. The Giants had their chance in September to play fill the whole team with a rookie. Bring up AAA for God's sake. And they couldn't fucking stick to that either.
You know
They
why,
could
right?
play him
Why?
for 4 games. We
I
got a
agree.
little streak. Take them all out
Glenn, I agree with you. Matos should have been in right field half of the year.
every
last year.
day. The whole month
I
of
agree.
September, we had
I
a
agree.
tough schedule. We weren't making the playoffs.
Thing.
There's your chance to win. Not winning the fly in a brand new season opening day onward. Let's see if he gets the job done. I can't buy into that.
Look, the last year was a perfect opportunity. Yaz was shitting the bed half the season. You should have played Matos, and then what you could do, you put Yaz on the bench. If you guys got the lead, you bring him in for a defensive replacement. Good to go. Then you could see what Matos has.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's the way it should have gone.
But
It's-
Conforto, Yastrzemski, love affair with the old guys.
Yes.
Melvin likes
Correct.
the old guys, but
Correct.
here's the
Correct.
issue. The only thing that I say go with Matos, the only reason why I'm kind of going that direction, he's 23 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
He's young. We've got 3 or 4 more good years of his prime before he hits his ceiling, and we got to maximize those years. The time is now. If we're going to go with him, the time is now. We don't want to wait till he's 27, 28 and becomes an old man.
I know, but I'm going to steal a Dan Coachimilia line. I've been around the game, Paul, and I cannot see them paying Yastrzemski $10 million to sit on the bench when he is your everyday player in right field. How do you take that? You just take that away. Opening day, you're going to be
okay. We had this talk about this earlier today. For Matos to start day one, he has to literally pull off an everyday high-level performance to build trust in Melvin. He has to steal that job, and it's going to be hard.
Oh, steal. He's going to have to it's going to be one for the ages in preseason.
Yeah. So I think, he's going to slowly come into the lineup, but I think Melvin's going to feel more secure with his boy Yaz out there, which is not okay, but that's just the way it works. But the problem we're having, and I get it, is that we have to make a decision. If we're going to go with Matos, we got to get a sample size.
Got to get a sample size.
We have to.
The problem is Farhan fucked this up. That's what he
Right.
did. This is why I'm so pissed off, because there was the opportunity sitting there right before him to see what this young guy has to offer, and he totally ruined it. And the funny thing is, Paul, is the year before they gave him a decent run, and he batted 250. I mean, is it world beater? No, but in this day and age, 250 is like 290.
Right.
And
the other problem, I'm not even worried about that. I'm more worried about where's our depth.
Oh, great. There is no depth in the outfield.
3 deep at each position by now.
No, not even close.
Posey inherited an empty house. He's got to go in and do the plumbing. He's got to do the electricity.
That's pretty good.
The roof's got leaks in it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is not a groom machine at all.
Right.
So that's the main reason why I'm mad is unfortunately, Matos should be competing against
Yes.
guys above his level.
Yes.
That's how deep we should. That's why I'm pissed. I'm
And this
beyond
is
the Farhan.
right. And we can we hopefully we can agree on this on Yaz. He has no more upside. He is who he is.
He is who he is.
Matos could be a totally different guy. He could either shit the bed or he could play much better. He could. So give him that chance and just use. And look, and as far as Yaz and the money, no matter what team Yaz would have been on, he would have got the same amount because that was arbitration. Arbitration, that is not because the club values him at that. That's because his skills based on what is it? I guess I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
On some kind of baseline. So if he was on the Dodgers, he would have got $9 million. If he was on the A's, he would have got $9 million. I mean, I
agree.
It's
and he's got a bad hamstring every freaking year. 2 years. It was out twice.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense for him to be out there.
So I say you send him to AAA, you play him, and if you need him, that he either earns the job or you call him up.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about something else I mentioned to you earlier today. I think I put it in a text. Paul, I said to you, do not sleep on Wilmer Flores as the DH. I think he is good for. I've got him down for 33 home runs this year. Thoughts? I think his bat plays well at our park.
I think partly you're falling in love with him, or you have fallen in love with him, which is good.
It's a man crush.
I get it.
Oh, you're pulling a Buster Posey. Don't Buster Posey this.
I'm not trading my favrites, Eric.
Hey, don't Buster Posey this, man.
I'm going to come back to it, though. I like Wilmer. When they first started me in scouting, they're like, hey, man, why are you inventing players? What do you mean? Why is this guy only going to hit 20, maybe 10 home runs in the big leagues? This guy's not an everyday big leaguer. Really? Yeah. Don't ever turn this guy in again. Holy shit. First day on the job. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. So we learn in scouting, don't ever invent players. They are what they are. They're either big leaguers or they're not. Wilmer had a bad year last year.
Yeah. Injury.
He was hurt.
The only reason why I love the kid, he's only worth what, $3 million this year?
3.
Another steal, man.
So that's good value as long as he stays healthy. Because if he stays healthy and he has one more good year in him, we could potentially get 20 to maybe 30 home runs out of him on a good year.
33. Now bring it. Go up a little further.
Play a lot.
There you go. This is his projection.
Yeah, screw the projections. They mean nothing. Go up and look at last year and the year before. The stats, the real stats. Projections are, Eric, I can put projections. Okay, I project him at 33 home runs.
Hey, you projected the Dodgers
winning. That's high. That's ballsy, but you know what? I like where your head's at because
look,
you're convicted.
Look in 23. 23.
Yep.
So the guy hit 23 bombs.
Yeah, he was good.
And he played 126 games.
Yep.
So what does that work out to? That works out to 29 and almost 30 home runs, Eric, over a full season.
All right. He had a great year. Chat to project what you think Wilmer's going to hit next year or this year.
Oh, and no one in the ball boy says 22 is kind of pushing it.
22. Okay. What else we got?
Nobody else is. They're laughing. No, see, it's Giants fandom. That's what it is. I like Wilmer, and I simply look at the stats. You've got me trained now, Paul. I'm over there watching video of him all day, and I'm watching the angle of the swing. I say he's good for 33.
This is what it's all about, right? Oh, 15, 18. Okay,
Vince. It's a lot of fun, actually.
14. Okay, 27. Wow, Fernando.
Alive's got him at 12. See, that's crazy talk.
12. It's conservative.
14, 12, 11, 5.
His average. Let's see what he's done. 2015, 16. Then I'm just go down. 16, 16, 18, 11, 9, 12, 18, 19. 23 was an aberration with the 23. And then last year, injury.
17 mark. Okay.
But look how many games he's playing. 2019, 89 games. 2020, 55 games.
He was a gamer.
If the guy plays 100, if you put him in DH, 162 ball games, Eric, the guy's going to hit you well over 30.
And he's going to be hanging out at your house every day too, Glenn.
and not just that. You know where I think he's going to thrive this year if he's healthy? Sure. The guy is going to hit you about 40 doubles.
Wow.
40 doubles with those knees?
Absolutely. Have you ever seen him? Eric, again, his bat plays for that wall. That center field wall, right center. Dude, the guy can.
He's never come
I
close.
watch him.
28 doubles in 2022 is the closest he's ever gotten.
Yeah.
28 doubles.
So come October, we're going to come back and we're going to see where we're at with Wilmer. And then we're going to hold him accountable.
I'll go wild. 43 doubles, 33 home runs, Wilmer Flores.
You got your name on that? Okay, put it down. Let's write it down.
Nobody else is giving me anything to work with. You boys aren't putting your balls on the fucking chopping block tonight. I got nothing to review next year. It's all going to be me.
Okay, I'll do my projection. How's this?
All right.
My projection is I'm warming up the coffee.
For Wilmer, I'm going to say 18 home runs.
Okay.
And let's go with, I don't know, let's go with 30 RBIs.
Ooh, 30 RBIs?
Yeah.
With runners in scoring position, no way. I think if he hits 18, and that's conservative,
yeah,
he's going to hit you at least 30, 40 RBI. But anyway, hey, You take a look at more stats. Every time Eric walks away, I got to do the important thing in the show. All right.
I love it. I love it. No, this is good talk. See, we're just having these open discussions, and we could be wrong. We could be right. It doesn't matter. Just go with what your heart and your gut says, and let's just see where we land. Because regardless of what happens, we're going to learn right or wrong, and that's how you grow as a talent evaluator. You just have to put your neck out on the line. We like to say cojones, but just do it. Who cares?
Yep. Hang in there, Paul. We'll be right back to you while Eric's warming up the coffee. Want to thank all of our proud sponsors. And guys, some nights I got to ask myself why they sponsor this show, but they do. And our 1-year sponsor, our gold, our platinum, whatever, our top sponsor. How about Johnny over bettercreditcards.com? Does he know how to pick them or not?
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And they are our sponsor. So there you go. Eric will be back joining us in just a second. And there he is. I knew he's coming back. There's our sponsor, and also Lefties and Burlingame, your home for the best in San Francisco. Giants merch. Guys, I'm telling you, I tell you this all the time. Beat a trail down to Lefties next time you're over in the Bay Area. Head over to Burlingame. Take the Caltrain out of the San Francisco station. It's only 4 stops, and they have got all your Wilmer Flores merchandise, autographed bats, jerseys, 8x10s, cards. They got it all. Everything, at least, that I haven't purchased. So, Paul, you got
you ask the question. That love for Wilmer, I feel like that same love is the same love Eric has for Matos.
No, not the no.
Really?
I just want to play the young guy. I wanted to play in the past. I wanted Ramos to get the run. I wanted to see Luciano, see what he could do. And unfortunately, that Luciano, I don't know what. And that could be a whole program all in itself. And talking about what's going to happen with Luciano, because I have no idea.
But we weren't going to make the playoffs last year, and the fact that they didn't do it last year means stupid. You just don't do it this year.
It was stupid.
You just don't do it then. You had your chance last September to play Matos.
It's not the player's fault.
No, but they didn't play him, so it's time to move on from that. You don't start him opening day. We couldn't play him in September. All right, what do you got Wilmer down for home runs?
Uh, 15. I'll say 15 home runs.
Okay.
Okay. That's RBIs.
Oh shit. Let's go 65. Go high.
I like it. All right. And I've got
he hits in the clutch. I'll give him that. He hits in the clutch.
Okay.
I've got him down for 33 home runs, 76 RBIs.
A lot of single shots, huh?
And he's going to score some runs too. I'm circling this, but my long shot bet of the year is going to be Wilmer gets 43 doubles. Paul came in at 18 home runs. We should ban you. You should get a 10-day ban from the show, Paul.
How many home runs?
Paul came in with 30 RBIs out of Wilmer in the DH spot at first. and eight.
Eight.
Oh, are you sure you scouted 18 home runs, 30 RBIs?
Let's go. Let's give him 38. Let's give him
Okay, we'll put a snowman there. 3-8. All right.
Good.
All right, 38. There you go. What else do we want to look at? How about catcher? I always seem to have a little bee in my bonnet when it comes to the catcher who can't hit.
Okay.
How important is him getting a bat this year? Bailey? I asked Eric the other day, would you include Bailey in a trade for Vladimir Guerrero? And he said,
No.
nope. I said, again, along the lines I said earlier in the show, if you get a bat of that, Nate, an all-star, a perennial all-star, and you got to give up a catcher who can't hit, I'm in. What do you think, Paul?
You know why it's a no right now? We don't have someone to replace him.
No.
The farm system's not deep. That's the problem. If you give up the captain of the whole entire field, that's a tough pill to swallow. Very tough. So we have to get value. If we're trading, we're trying to get value for that. Catchers, I don't know why they're so hard to find, but for all you kids out there, learn how to catch. It's a commodity. If you can become a really good catcher and an average hitter, above average hitter, there's a huge, huge career ahead of you. Because it seems like they're really hard to find nowadays. I don't understand why catching is so hard to find.
I just think that a guy of Vladimir Guerrero's ilk only comes around, man. You talk about Tucker, Vladdy, and Tucker, and these guys are not your average everyday players. And you have a chance to get them, you grab them. And again, it's not like Bailey is. They talk. I think people are getting caught up again in his defense. I don't think his defense is spectacular. He had a lot of bad games.
Here's another thing.
Bad games last year, and he can't hit.
What about his pop times from home to second? I already know those.
It's the best in the major leagues.
Oh, he got a strong arm when he can get it on the mark. He threw a lot of balls out in center field last year.
Yeah, that's true. But he's an 80 arm, right? So that's elite arm.
Yeah.
And again, those are hard to find. Buster Posey was the same way, but he was more accurate.
Yeah.
I've never asked you on the show. I don't think Eric has either. And I know this is going down. Eric likes to say, well, it's in the past. What were your thoughts on what they did to Joey Bart or what they didn't do with him?
Oh, man. I think Joey had the talent. He had the tools. If you ever listen to him talk, he doesn't have the personality to be a catcher, in my opinion. He's a quiet guy. I feel like you have to be vocal. You have to be talking. You have to be that leader. And I don't feel like he's a leader. Now, he's got power. His catching is below average. His power is a lot better than Bailey, a lot better. His average, what did he hit? 260 something last year? Not bad.
He had some clutch bombs over there in Pittsburgh, but I mean, he was steady, but he was a bench player.
It's a shorter porch. I mean, okay, here's a good one. He was a first rounder.
Oh, you've talked about that.
He was.
He better be a Hall of Famer, my brother.
Yep.
So in my mind, he should have been a 5th rounder or an 8th rounder. That's where he should have been slotted. So once again, Giant scout, whoever signed him, bad move because that's not a first-round talent.
You've probably seen the movie Moneyball.
Yeah, of course.
You sound exactly like Moneyball. Where would you have picked me? I'd have picked you 5th round. No signing bonus. Or 8th round, I think it was. And the guy went first round, right? Billy Bean. No, man, where would you have picked me? I want to know. 8th round, no signing bonus. You would have went back to college. Career over. He's like, yeah, man, you're right.
And I think we're trying to make him the next Buster Posey, but that was just the wrong move all the way around.
I think, he got caught up. He screwed around a bit, too.
You think so? Yeah.
He was in the lineup. He was out of the lineup. They didn't know what the hell they were doing with him.
Yeah.
And Joey Bart, Skaters has some strong comments, and I figure you're talking about Joey. I met Joey once. Never wanted to see him again. I met him once, and the next morning at 6 a.m., he's in the lobby of the hotel. He was traded, and I'm like, good riddance to you.
He's a nice kid, I'm sure, but there's something about him.
You obviously haven't met him. What an ignorant little.
Really?
I didn't like him about. Skaters is in there. Do you want to tell me? Do you have any interaction with him? If you did, let me know.
Eric has not seen Moneyball, says Senior.
Nope.
Oh, that's incredible. Good baseball movie, isn't it?
Bro, that's your
I've not
homework
seen it.
assignment. Watch it tonight.
I've seen that I saw it in the theater 4 times.
So, I mean, okay. I guess, okay.
Paul, before you go any further,
Yeah.
not to interrupt you, but before we get off the Moneyball thing, it's a Disney production.
Right.
I love the freaking movie.
Great movie.
How close to reality? Take us into the mind of that whole movie. How close to reality was that movie? Not necessarily a real life situation, but the overall premise of that movie and how they were breaking stuff down, and they took a look at the Boston player, and they go, yeah, they won't sign him because he waddles like a duck. And is that what they're looking at, man? And then how did that movie play out in your mind?
It was pretty close, but some of it, they have to kind of overdo it just to make it more Hollywood and attract, more attention, more audience. In the real world, when you're scouting, you're sitting next to the guys. I mean, they don't talk to you. If they don't know you, they don't trust you. Like, you don't get information just on a whim. You literally are going into private hotels, or you're in your car, or sometimes we watch games from the parking lot and we have our binoculars on and we're scouting to see what scouts are watching the game.
Get out.
Yeah, because we want to know, we already know what player we want, but we want to know what scouts are there because that's our competition in the draft.
Stealth operation.
Right. It's
Are
very
you serious?
I swear to you.
Never would have thought of it.
So, like, they got to be careful. Even when they hire you,
Oh my
you can't
God.
be talking about your players to anybody.
No.
Because if you tip something off, it can get back to one of the local scouts, and then now they're onto your guy, and they're going to slot him higher to get him ahead of you.
Now, have you ever done that? I mean, we're talking funny nose glasses or the beard. Like, have you ever been?
But I have hidden behind trees before. I've hidden behind outfield walls and like peeked in through the little the screen and the windscreen, and I would just kind of look and see what's out there. And I would call my guy, hey man, the Rangers are here, the Red Sox are here. All right, cool. And I'm gonna say, I'm out of here. I don't need to watch this game anymore. I'm good. I've seen this kid 5 times. So it's Hollywood, but the old school scouts, they're hardcore. They say it how it is, right? And a lot of times they come across like they know everything, which is true. No one knows everything. I don't know everything. The best scout next to me doesn't know everything. We can project, we can assume we know this, we know that. There's still human error. Okay, maybe the kid hits $1 million. He never had a girlfriend before in his life. All of a sudden, he's the most handsome looking guy in the world because he has $1 million.
Yeah.
And that girl steals his money. He's out there drinking every day. We don't even know what's going on. And his numbers start to drag. And all of a sudden, we're like, what the heck happened? We were on this guy to a T, but something happened. We didn't do enough research. Those things can happen. And so, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's not like we put a guy on the board and we are 100% guarantee he's going to make it.
Now, have you ever been in a room where the situation comes up again, like in the movie when they're in the scouting room, and he goes, you guys are talking about, butt cheeks and all kinds of, this and that. And like we're looking good looks, like we're looking for Fabio. And the guy goes, yeah, who's Fabio? Oh, he's a shortstop from Seattle. Were there ever guys or you've seen in other organizations, anybody who's ever like, you're like, come on, dude. Like,
we don't know. I think that was more old school, way before my time.
I like that was a great line in the movie. Made me laugh though. Who's Fabio?
I think that might have happened back in the day, bro. But I think nowadays, I mean, you guys scout their body. Like, what are you getting? Athletic build or good genetics? Mom and dad was a professional. This professional that.
That's right. Yeah.
It kind of sounds weird because you're scouting like a human and it's a male, and you're like, okay, this is kind of weird, but you're just doing it because that's your job. But I mean, no, we don't get that too animated. It's just the real.
You gotta watch the movie, Eric. You gotta watch the movie, Eric.
You gotta watch it.
Right on it. Good. Yeah, I'll be
classic baseball movie, man. It just had so much. I thought it was great.
Trouble with the Curve was a good one too. Trouble with the Curve was a good one.
That's a good movie too.
I liked it because Clint Eastwood, he couldn't see and he can hear the sound, and he had this sense about him. And that's kind of cool because now he's really trusting his convictions because he's seen it so many times. He's heard it so many times. And he's going off of that gut, what he knows. And I thought that was awesome because sometimes that's how they used to scout back in the day.
Paul, do you remember pardon me, do you remember the movie, and I'm going to watch it later if you can tell me the title. It was along the lines of The Curve, but do you remember the baseball movie? Oh, what was the premise of it? It was where they ended up, they were scouting. The agent had lost all his top players. He got screwed out of his top players. So he went and started looking for the players in India in the same line. They had this grizzled old scout, and he was drinking. He had his sombrero down over his head. And then the guy goes, he kept saying, guys got to have juice, got to have juice. And then all of a sudden that one pitch just went pop. He goes, oh, and the guy goes, what? Is that juice? He goes, that's juice. You remember that
movie is called The Scout, right?
Is that what it's called?
Let me look it up. But yeah, I think that's what it was, where the guy became a New York Yankee.
Another Disney movie.
I think he was finding him in that Mexican league.
No, they were over in India. They were in India scouting.
Okay, so that was the one where the two players came from India.
Yeah, and one of them got a
real story.
Actually. Real story, because one of them signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates. First Indian player.
That's a real story. And their pitching coach was Nolan Ryan's pitching coach at USC. What's his name? I can't think of the name. Hold on. I'll find
Good movies out there, Eric. You got to check some of these out.
Tom Hicks. I think it was Tom Hicks.
Field of Dreams, man.
USC
Love that one.
Coach.
Field of Dreams and baseball. Ken Burns baseball.
Eric, it's like right field. Don't sell yourself short, Eric, on going out there, taking advantage of opportunity. Watch a baseball movie, Eric.
Yeah, I just said Field of Dreams.
Get away from the old. Oh, well, we got Yaz and we got Matos. Throw Matos.
Burns baseball.
Take a look around. See the other talent. There's other good movies. And on that note, you can pick Paul's.
Another thing is books, baseball books, man. There's a lot of good baseball books out there. Absolutely fantastic.
He was a big-time pitching guru.
Who was that?
Tom House.
Tom House. Never heard of him.
Yeah, look him up. The guy's written so many books about biomechanics.
I'm just going to take a break here for about 2 minutes. Going to look after something.
Okay.
But Tom House was featured in that movie where they signed the Indian players.
Yeah, that's a real story.
Worked them out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, guru, isn't he?
He's a guru. If you ever see pitchers throwing footballs, that's the Tom House philosophy.
Oh, is it?
That's the arm slot he wants them in, that 3/4 position.
Gotcha.
There.
So what do you think about the Giants signing Joey Lucchesi?
Joey Lucchesi, is that the pitcher?
The pitcher.
Pull him up on the video. I haven't seen him. Let's scout him right now.
I don't know if hold on. See,
he's been his name. Let's all scout him as a group. Let's see what everyone thinks.
Let me see. Let me see if
I got to get the interactions going too. I think it was Allstate said something about is Glenn Wilmer's agent.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Maybe here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think we might have. No. There we go.
You guys are hilarious.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
What did I miss? Funny thing about Tom House is the guy, it's funny he was that elite working out players, advancing their youth, their career, so to speak.
Well, you know who
was an average. He was only an average pitcher with the Cincinnati Reds. I got
his name got big, Glenn. He was Nolan Ryan's pitching coach.
There you go.
Nolan Ryan swears by Tom House to this day.
And actually, I've got a couple of his ball cards, and they're autographed. And in the movie, he was portrayed. Guy looked like him, and when Tom House pitched, he had these huge wire rim glasses he used to pitch with.
I'm going to find out. I'll send it to you guys. But I used to go to these coaching clinics. They're once a year. They're usually this time of the year. And they have these big guest speakers that come out. And Nolan Ryan spoke about pitching one year. Tom House was there. It's only like 40 to 50 bucks, I guess, back in the day. But if you guys want to go out to these events and just watch guys talk about the game, it's such a really good, productive weekend. And the last one I went to was in San Diego. So you're having fun in San Diego while you're talking baseball weekend. So I'll try to find out the link if they still do those, but that was really cool.
You got connections to that kind of. Eric and I are just bums. The closest I got to a major league, a great major league interview.
Yep.
And it wouldn't mean anything to you or Eric probably, but maybe Greg. I interviewed a guy talked to him for about a good hour. His name was Dick Perez. And Dick Perez ended up, he was just your Joe Blow at home down the street.
Yep.
And he could paint.
Yep.
He was an artist.
Could he paint corners?
There you go. So what he did was he started painting just beautiful portraits of different players and action shots, just like Eric's got on the screen. He painted that. And what happened was the Hall of Fame saw them. Now his prints are in the Hall of Fame.
That's awesome.
And he's commissioned to do every player that goes in the Hall of Fame. He does their plaque up, designs the plaque. And in what's called Donruss baseball cards back in the 80s and 90s, he designed what was a running set every year. They'd add to it. They were called Diamond Kings.
Wow.
Yeah, Donruss Diamond Kings. And they were all painted pictures.
Company.
He was great to talk to because he knew all these players.
Right.
And he knew Hall of Famers, and I love that stuff. I love the history of the game. And,
I love it.
You mentioned Tom House. Nobody would want to even hear who. And I'm like, oh, that dude when he played for Cincinnati, and I saw him playing a Wednesday night with my dad against the Expos. Yep. And it just brings back a flood of memories, man.
Yep. I got all these pitching coaches too. That's just one of many. But another thing is, before Eric plays this, is I was looking at just a glove, the glove I used to wear in high school. And they got these Wilson A2000s. They got the Rawlings. They got all these nice gloves. But the glove I used to use, and no one really knows about it, it's one of the most comfortable gloves I've ever put on my hand. It's called Nakona. Look it up. They're out of Texas. They make premier gloves that have been around for the last, 80-something years. And these gloves start off at $400, and they go all the way up to $1,000.
Crazy.
But when you put them on your hand, you never want to let go of this glove. It's amazing.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
You can get into the video. I was just going to say before I go, I just got to finish this. So others may live. He's pushing my envelope tonight, man.
Wow, I was going to tell you too. FP Santangelo wrote something for us, guys and girls. I don't know if you can see this.
Hold on.
Okay, bring him back up, big screen. I'll pop out.
What's that say? Oh, beat LA, huh? Nice. Nice.
Just want to give that to the Giants fans. Let's go, baby. No.
All right, let's do this. Did he say are they going to spend money?
Who? Oh, FP.
You should have said, how about they spend money? All right, hey, let's take a look at this guy, Joey Lucchesi.
Okay.
All right, here you go. We got him in mid windup. Here you go. No sound.
First time seeing him.
There you go.
Ooh.
Painted the outside corner. Look like some off speed.
He looks like a specialist.
Ooh, no, maybe I take that back. That was an up and in fastball. I think it's like a cut, right?
It's a riser.
Ooh. Not a lot of heat, but out of the zone. That was a bad chase. That was a bad
Very
swing.
Orthodox. It's weird. Like he kind of.
That's a bad swing, though. I mean, look where the ball is. Who is batting? Holy crap, dude! Oh,
go back to AAA.
Dude, look where that ball is. Is that Ozzie Albies? Big leg kick, I think it was.
Dude, that leg kick sucks.
That was huge, dude.
Yeah. Get that sucker down.
Ooh, look at that. Painting on the outside, right?
Pause when the ball comes out of the mitt. I want to show you something.
Did you see? He's either on the outside to lefties or the outside to righties. There was only one time he came in.
It looks like he commands both sides of the plate, so that's good.
What do you want me to look at?
I want to show you something. If you can get it to where the ball comes out of the mitt and just pause. Not there. Go back a little bit more if you can.
Where?
Right there. Right.
Back more?
Keep going. Just let it play a little bit. There. Stop. Stop. Right there. Just stop it. Okay. Look where he puts the ball. He's hiding it.
He's hiding it behind his hip, yeah.
Correct. That is so hard for the hitters to see. Okay? And his right foot is pointed towards the dugout. So there's some weird deception going on to the hitter. The hitter doesn't know where the hell he's going because the hitters like to know that right leg is going right to home plate in a straight line. So it kind of throws him off a little bit. And now he's got to throw across his body. So his arm slot is going to kind of be a 3/4 sidearm based on how the ball's coming out of his glove. And he's hiding it. So let's see.
Well, you get a peek at it there, but then he hides it again there.
Hides it again. He's still hiding it.
It's behind his head.
Now he's stepping towards home plate.
Yeah, his front foot should have already landed by now.
Yep.
And the ball's behind his head, right? Yeah.
Yep. He's getting his torque. He's using his legs. But I want to see that arm slot. Yep, right there.
There.
Right there. Okay, so he looks like he's not in a 3/4 slot. This was more, I'll do left-handed. This is more 3/4. So he's kind of getting around it a little bit. This is like a sidearm. This is low 3/4. And then this is submarine if you're going up and under. So it looks like he's kind of like a high 3/4 / coming around the ball at the very end. So let's see. Just prelate a little bit. Let it go.
You want me to play?
Yeah, go. Yeah, go for it, bro. Sorry.
How far do you want me to go? When the ball's halfway there?
Get to that release point. See if you can get to that release point.
Right there. That's as close as you get.
Right there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it looks like he kind of comes around. So it's like a high 3/4 sidearm release point, which is interesting. And then
how about this? I've been watching his left leg. Does it matter that knee is literally touching the ground almost?
Yeah.
He's really low.
Yeah, you want to get down so like it's like a javelin. You're kind of getting over that front side at that point.
See, there he is, and
left
then
leg's gonna swing open.
See that left knee is coming down lower.
Yep,
and then
you're hips.
You're down, but what, about maybe 6 inches off the mound?
Yep, he's getting.
And then there, you're like, he's basically on it.
Yep, he is down in the zone right there. Look at that. That's good. And then he's following through, gets on top, finishes the pitch, and that's where he gets that downward plane. I kind of like this guy as a little left-handed specialist. You bring him in for a couple guys to get outs. Okay. Maybe get 1 or 2 innings out of him and let him go.
I tell you what, how about we take a look at his numbers?
Okay, let's do it. It's an interesting pickup.
Hit the wrong. Come on. There we go. Where the hell is baseball? There it is. Last year was pretty awful. Pretty awful.
I saw Eric Miller over the weekend. That guy's huge.
He's a big dude. He last year 523.
Okay.
Didn't pitch only 2 games.
Oh, there you go, dude.
Let me guess. Probably injured. Yep. Career 400 or 4.1 ERA.
Yeah, he got hurt, dude.
What's his projection?
25.
386. Say a bullpen guy.
Yep.
A whip of 1.3. Don't like it. Again, yeah, look. Oh my God, dude. Why? Didn't play in 22, played 9 games in
Injury.
23, and 2 games in 20. Dude.
Maybe he had a shoulder injury maybe with that delivery.
Dude, that's not
course.
good. Oh, wrong one.
Probably why we got him, my friend.
I'm back.
I don't like this, man. I don't like it. Looking at his numbers over the last 3 years, he has pitched a total of 11 games.
Who?
Lucchesi.
Well, I didn't miss much.
I understand. Giants already got depth, but whatever, dude.
What do you guys
Yes,
think
that
will
is
be
correct
rookie of the
message.
year?
This is dumb, but whatever. It's a minor league pickup, whatever.
Was that Paulie?
This was
Joey.
from
Is Farhan still running the club?
It's the way they're acting.
you guys are going at it. I love it.
That's Cliff Martinez. What's up, Cliff? What's up? Again, didn't play in 22. Wait, hold on. Let's go back to 2021. 11 games.
His 1-4 record? Oh,
Look at this. 11 games in 21, no games in 22, 9 games in 23, and 2 games. You got a total.
He had Tommy John skaters.
and you guys are
He's
talking
got like
about
20
500 baseball. Ugh.
He might have
He's
Tommy.
got 22 freaking games over the last 4 years.
There you go.
Oh,
Land the
I didn't know that.
Land the parade.
Oh,
Just
There
think,
you
man, he's got a bigger tendon. It'll stay together a lot longer, and he might throw harder.
that's
There-
horrible.
Hey, player development, get to work, baby. Let's go.
Are you
Sign those
serious,
scouts.
dude?
Let's go out and get some scouts.
Let's go get some new scouts. Let's get some new coaches, and let's get these guys working and moving. Let's go.
Yeah, I never hear a peep. I never hear a peep about Manasian or whatever the hell his name is. Haven't heard a peep about him.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger. He forgot the bullets.
I can't believe
I saw Hicks this weekend too, and Hicks looks like a dude.
Did you go to the event?
I did.
Oh, Bernice was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want to go down this road, Eric? Do you want to go down the road? This is Paul's first appearance since the old event, Eric. I agree totally with Eric. Eric spilled his beans on this show, what he thought of Matt Chapman being on a team function like that, where it's a family event and he's chugging beers. Did you know about it? Did you see it? Thoughts on that?
I was in line trying to get an autograph from Chappie, so we were like, it's so hard to get his autograph, and it's a nightmare. But I saw it on the clip. I mean, come on, he was competing with the fans, and even the commentator was doing it.
I thought, there's a time and a place in their personal
Time and a
lives. You don't have to
place.
do it with all the
That's what
kids lying around
and a
there.
place.
And I don't think kids. Was it senior, Eric? Somebody brought up a picture.
Yeah, it
The
was
kid
senior.
wearing the Chapman jersey. The kid looked like he was about 8 years old. And what do you got? Him guzzling beers with the. I didn't think it's.
Well, who do you blame? Do you blame Chapman or do you blame the marketing PR people?
I blame Chapman. Very
Well,
poor judgment.
You're a man. You're an adult. You should know better, right?
Yeah,
Just saying.
I don't know. I get it. I mean,
Come on, peer pressure now. Come on.
it kind of reminded me though of Chappie in the minor leagues. Exactly what
Yeah.
he looked like after a game.
And that's
I
fine.
get it.
That's
I
fine,
get
right?
it.
After a game, when you're with your buds, yeah, I get it.
it.
When you've got a bunch of kids all around you, that's all I'm saying. That's it.
I know.
So the question is, did you get his autograph?
I did not, man. I was so pissed.
There you go.
Oh,
Bernice,
nice,
I guess you got to be a woman, right? She got right up there, and look at that.
bro. We did.
And I
sign
said,
up.
awesome. And she goes, no, that's for me. I said, oh.
We tried to get his autograph, but he took off. But we signed up for that Flex program membership for $500. And they're like, "We'll get you at the front of the line." Right when we got to the front of the line, he was gone.
And how about this? This is Giants baseball. I said to Eric, Bernice sent me a couple of only half a dozen snapshots, right? And Eric nailed it. I go, what does this look like? So That must look familiar to you.
Yep.
And what did you say, Eric? You nailed it.
Like a funeral procession.
He said, I thought they were in a cemetery. It's a funeral for a celebrity or something. Look at the people.
You guys are killing me right now.
Well, that's what, dude. Does that not? I thought it was. I go, is it a cemetery?
That was the Chapman line, basically. But yeah, I don't know.
Was there a lot of people there? Were there a lot of people?
There's about, at least 1,000, if not 1,500.
Have a good one, ball boy.
That's your boy.
That's my guy. And there's little Wilmer, and we got Wilmer Jr. He's just going to sleep. I was going to bring him on the show tonight, but
I love it. I love it.
There you go. Mrs. Wilmer, and little Wilmer.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good next weekend in San Jose.
Did you happen to run into Bernice over there? You don't know who she is?
I don't know who she is, my brother.
There's Bernice.
Okay. I don't think I ran into her. No.
You got into the autograph. Now, she got the picture, and she had her, I think, card. And Harrison wouldn't sign for her.
No.
Nope.
We need to get rid of him now.
Last year, Bailey wouldn't sign for anybody. Getting Bailey was like, Estrada was really good last year.
I was going to say, you guys screwed the pooch. You guys should have been there.
I couldn't be there.
No.
You know why?
No.
I talked to 2 families while I was staying in line,
Mm-hmm.
and I was promoting your show.
Right on.
And now they're going to join your show because I got their number.
Well, not no more. After this show. Not after this show.
After the show, did you already? I think you did already. You sent me your address, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to send you some cards and a T-shirt and stuff like that. You can promote the show. Erica says, I sent Erica about, 500 business cards? He goes, I'm giving them out at the supermarket. Hi, I'm Eric.
Yep. That's how it works, man.
I was putting them in hedges. I went over and I go, what am I going to do with 1,000 business cards? So I show Eric, I'm walking back to the Caltrain. He's like, what is that? I go, I'm shoving them in hedges and people's mailbox.
Jeez.
I go, you know what they get pissed at? I go around Oracle Park, and you know the beer, the little cup holders, if you will, attached to the seats in front?
Yeah.
I go down batting because I'm in the 415 club. So I get in early for batting practice, and it's almost empty.
You're the whole
So I get to walk. Yeah, well, the wife's rich. So I go down below, and I start putting the business cards in the beer cup holders. Promote anything to promote the show, man. And hey, we're up about 800 subscribers in about 2 months, Eric. It's working.
Yeah.
That's real marketing, baby. Old school
show, baby.
No, the Junior Giants is a big push right now. A lot of kids are joining the Junior Giants.
It's been going on for
a lot of families are really big on trying to find new content for the San Francisco Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're telling us is we got to keep it. We got to do we got to do the night version, and then we got to post the This is the family edition.
Hey,
don't let the kids on. Let the parents on.
Well, hey, if Chapman can chug a beer in front of kids, we can curse every so often. How about that?
There you go.
How about that? We're just taking the lead. We're taking the lead.
Go. Take it from the captain, baby.
Oh, man.
Eric, let's see. It's getting a little off the rails. Can I tell you something, guys? Can I have about 3 minutes of show time right here?
Go for it.
Okay.
Have at it.
So I told Eric, I won't even get into it. I got inundated with text messages, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was kind of sour today. Okay. People I know, people I just acquaintances, and they're kind of like, over certain. It was a big day in the States today, and it wasn't just because it was Martin Luther King Day. And then I start looking, scattered among the texts. I'm like, what the hell did I miss? What the hell's going on? And I mean, the texts were coming in. Dude, it started like 3 a.m, like bling. I go, who the hell is messaging me at 3 a.m.? And I thought it was one person. It wasn't. So I did a little research. And it's funny because Paul said to me today, he goes, you know, one of the great things about the show, Eric? We're handsome was one of them, I think Paul said. And we appreciate that, Paul. But you know what else Paul had to say about the show, Eric? Paul said that the best thing that sets us apart from everybody else is because we talk Giants baseball while we entertain. And apparently, Paul, rumor on the street is that Eric was, when I went over to work, I had to work shortly, actually. Oldies 96, where I do the old all-night show. Join me. Oldies96.com. Shortly, I'll be up there. But Eric stole the show last night.
What's up, Chardall?
I'm going to be singing a song for you today.
You don't have to. It's up to you, man.
I'm going to sing Don't Stop Believing because you're not having a great day, so I want to lift up your spirits.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have tuned in, the great Chardall will be performing Don't Stop Believing. Take it away, Chardall.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they could share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers wait. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just a fun emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a
Where's
thrill.
the chorus? Yeah, the chorus is
Paying
gone.
anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Whoa, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting.
I know. I was like, where's
Up
the
and
chorus?
down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night.
And the chorus is such a letdown.
Street lights, people
Again,
living just a fun emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on, street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people.
Street lights, people. Like that was pretty good, except the chorus. You lost me in the chorus, man.
Yeah, good job.
Oh my god, dude.
That was great.
It's just a rough draft. He's going to give you the A+ version, Glenn.
And then someone texted me and said, oh, but he wants to go all out. That was the warm-up. He wants us to come back another night with, can you get me the karaoke music?
Yeah, he wants the background music.
You know, he sort of redeemed himself, though, Eric, after his snafu on Christmas Eve, didn't he?
Sure, yeah.
Paul, he was going to come on and sing the 12 Days of Christmas. So we did a little warm-up. He went from one. What was one, Eric? What was in the tree? A bird.
A bird.
And then the 12 wings on the 8 wings. It was
the second on the second day of Christmas, it was a pear.
Yeah.
Nice.
A pear in a tree. And then on the 8th day, there were 8 wings. I was like, all right. So he goes, I'm going to practice.
Carlos.
Back on Christmas Eve. We were ready. We had our outfit. Eric and I had our Santa outfits. We were ready to go.
Yeah.
Never showed up.
Good job, Shardo. Good job, buddy.
I thought he brought it last night. That was good, Eric.
It was good.
I shed a tear. The first time.
Hey, at least you had the cojones to do that, man. Most people can't do that.
Man. I know. That's what I'm saying.
As Glenn on it, Giant Sports Talk would say, he wasn't afraid to put his balls on the chopping block for the show.
And you know what? It's senior softball games approved. Senior softball games approved. There you go. You
Paul
see that
know who
face?
senior is?
My face was like,
Yeah.
yes.
But does he know what that you know what that was?
Yeah. Insane.
In the membrane.
Yep.
He's in that video.
Yeah, he said that was
Is he
him.
really in that video?
Yeah, that was him. He paused it on him.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Kiara,
That's awesome.
give me your t-shirt. Tell Kiara I want to see her shirt. My daughter just got home from that's where I disappeared 10 minutes ago. My daughter went to a concert tonight.
Nice.
And she's at that age now where she's out of concerts. I'm like, oh, geez, what are you doing? You guys ever heard of this group?
Sum 41. That's
Yeah.
like old school.
Oh, it's old school. There you
I
go.
like the logo though.
Sum 41.
That logo's pretty cool.
I'm going to see who did I tell you I'm going to see, Eric? The
Who?
You said you were going to see
Scorpions.
Scorpions, but they postponed it, right?
postponed. Last group I saw was Rick Springfield. I saw Rick Springfield in November.
I'm trying to get into Carlos Santana this year.
Nice. Oh, but you know what? Hey, all that matters, the Giants' heavy lifting's done.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good as I ever was. Man, you like it.
5 times.
Well,
And they got to be full.
oh, shit. Hell no. Get this shit.
Yup. You can show that 20 times. I still cry.
Oh, the part when he's going, ooh, that's the best.
Ooh, shit.
You know I can't do this.
Get
You know
this
I
shit
can't,
off me.
you know I can't do this.
Oh, God.
Ooh, oh, hell
Did you
no.
ever figure out, did you do a deep dive into it? What was he saying? I'm as good as I once was, or what the
I
hell
haven't
was it?
wrote it as good as I once was, but I'm not as good as I ever was.
Oh, you're killing me.
Oh, dude.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're
Dude.
killing me.
Oh, jeez.
I played it about freaking 15
Yeah.
times last night.
All right, in
You
the
know,
chat,
we
tell
won
me your
tonight.
favorite baseball movie.
Favorite baseball movie?
Yeah, favorite baseball movie.
Tiger Town.
Okay.
You ever
Mine
seen
was
it?
For Love of the Game.
Field of Dreams.
Oh, Field of Dreams.
Tiger Town, another Disney movie. That one's only available on VHS. That is an old 80s movie. You know Roy Scheider from Jaws?
Okay.
He's the Detroit Tiger ball player in it.
Joe Boo, Major League.
It's a really good movie. For
that
it's
is.
for kids, but we're all
The
got to be a big kid to come on this show.
Natural's a good one too.
The Natural.
Rookie of the Year. Wow, that's old school.
Oh, actually, Tiger Town.
Natural.
Come to think of it, can I change mine? I feel like Chardol. Can I change mine, Eric? I think my favorite movie is 8 Men Out.
8 Men Out.
That's a good one.
I can watch that. Well, that's one I can just put on and watch it. It just never dies for me.
The
Love
Rookie
it.
is pretty good. I like The Rookie.
You like The Rookie?
Yeah, I like that one.
What
Is that
about
the one with the monkey in it?
What about 61?
A high school baseball coach who played for the Rays.
Oh, yeah. Tampa Bay Rays. He gets this one shot. He used to go out in the rain pitching, didn't he?
Yep. What about 61?
I haven't
was
seen it
decent.
for a long time.
It's been a while, but yeah, that was decent.
And 42?
42 was
that's a
great.
good one.
42 was great.
42, obviously, it did, and it had to tackle a lot of the racism of ball, eh?
Hey,
Mhm. Hey, it's part of the game, man.
Well, I'm in Canada tonight. I thought I'd throw that in there.
Sandlot's a good one. Give me a line. Give me your best line from the Sandlot.
Fuck you.
There you go.
Don't think it gets better than that.
The blonde Highlander. She's
Oh, real quick. What's
never-
going on with Nolan Arenado?
what's going on with him?
Another guy out there. Why isn't he
He
signing?
was no, he's not out there. He was supposed to be traded. He was supposed to be traded.
Yeah, why isn't
And what happened? There was like no more. There's no more talk on that.
Dude, bad
Oh,
news
you know
bears.
why? Because he's calling his shot. I want to go to the Dodgers.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got a no trade. He's
That's
got
a
a no
good one,
trade list.
Senior. Bad News Bears, the original one.
Speaking of bad news, Bears.
You're killing me, Smalls. I like
You know what
that.
I was watching yesterday? Paul, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking on air?
In my brain, I think I'm 25, but in reality, I'm 45.
Oh, I see you guys are still kids, man. I was watching BJ and the Bear last night.
BJ and the Bear. I remember that.
BJ McKay and his best friend Bear.
BJ and the Bear.
You ever heard of it, Paul?
Never.
Oh, jeez. He's BJ McKay, and this is his best friend Bear. And then I watched MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Richard Dean Anderson.
I like that one. That's good. Nobody put
Senior's looking for Bregman to the Dodgers. He's calling it here on Giant Sports Talk Live.
You think so? Bregman to the Dodgers?
Arenado.
What do you think? Oh, let's talk about that. Where do you guys think? Where do you think Bregman goes? Where do you think Alonso goes?
That's a good question. The Blue Jays won't take Alonso because they have a first baseman.
Yep.
But if they can't find,
unless they trade him to the Mets,
right?
Or they make him a DH.
I was watching video of Alonso. I love how he goes up the middle, and he will go oppo. What's weird about him, he's a front foot hitter sometimes, and he still yaks the ball out of the yard. He strikes out a lot. He's horrible at first base.
Huh.
But I mean, that power is like.
The power's legit, of course.
It's legit, man. So I don't know. I think that's a good pickup, but the Eldridge
Giants are paying the money.
Money,
money.
Yeah.
I just don't see it, man.
I just wish Eldridge was ready to go now. We'd be solving a lot of problems right now.
Yeah, that definitely would help. As long as he produces at the major league level. You know how that is, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got some Four Seasons on the turntable. Got to run over to the studio. I'll be back with you tomorrow night. It is time for me to jump over to oldies96.com. I'll be playing oldies till 6 a.m. Come keep me awake over there later, guys.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to close it down here shortly anyways.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Paul.
You too, buddy. Hey, thank you for having me on.
You can stick around. You can stick around with Eric, wrap up the show. And, boys, I'll be back tomorrow night. See you then.
See ya.
Peace.
Deuces.
All right. Holy crap, man.
So let's pick up a topic here. What do we want to talk about?
Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me put this back up. Where the hell is it? Losing it. Missed it. Missed it. There it is. There we go. Get rid of that. And that. So now I know where the hell it's at. All right. There we go.
I love the chat. They're going after it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to see what's going on with the chat here. Don Michio says, what a better way to say FULA than to sign Bregman. Juice up the rivalry. Do something. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Will the Giants make a move, says Vince. I don't think. Paul, I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it.
I think they'll sneak in a move. But
it's not going to be anything big. It's going to be It's going to be Grichuk type. That's my feeling.
Or there could be an injury in spring training.
Oh, fair. That could happen.
So there could be something going on, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Yeah, I just don't see it. They're not going to go out. They're not going to get after a Alonso or Bregman. And they're not going to trade. There's going to be no trade. We kind of heard that. We kind of heard that through what Buster Posey had to say on KNBR.
I feel like it's
Heroes in the Cupboard says, I think the Giants are done. Any move that they make now will be during the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike O. Eric, Pete Alonso will sign with the Giants. Mark my words.
Wow.
Mike, your words have been marked. January 20th, 10:05 p.m.
I love it.
I'm writing it down right now,
Big
Mike.
cojones.
Writing it down right now, Mike.
I love it.
Mike. Oh.
We're holding you accountable, but I like it. Stay convicted. Don't let anyone talk you off that.
10:05. I got it right
You
down
are
right
coming
here.
on the chat if we sign it.
I'm writing it down, Mike. Just like how Glenn wrote down all his other ones, we're writing them down.
Heck yeah.
Daniel Gomez literally have no salary cap, but we do as the Giants, and it's called a CBT. Wasteland Studio. Okay, I'll put you down. Wasteland Studio.
Wow.
Wasteland Studios.
I love it.
Hey, I'm hoping.
Chat, you guys are growing up right in front of our eyes. I love it.
We'll see, man. I'm done with mine. Hey,
That's what makes it fun, though. You know, if you're convicted on something, who cares?
Yeah, I get it.
I love it.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I will not fault you for that. But after what I've experienced this offseason, no.
Hold on.
Graham says, in all seriousness, do the Giants have the money to spend on Alonso? Only if they defer. That's
Daniel Silveria. He has
Daniel
a good story.
Silveira.
Put that one in the chat. That's hilarious.
Which one? This one?
He's writing it to myself at Paul. Let's talk about this one.
This one?
Yep.
That's how I had a Hal Steinbeck for a coach for all 4 years at DO. And you had him at Roseville after that. He hated me as I was talented but lazy. Look at that.
Wow. So Daniel, you understand the Steiny guy. What position did you play? Let's start there.
It takes a while for him to, but yeah, what position do you play, Daniel?
Yeah.
Val. Red Dog, this season is going to suck. 100.
I don't think so, bro, but that's fine. Got your
What
opinion?
do you make? Okay, can I ask you a question? Vegas last year, take it for what it's worth. They started the season, or they said the Giants are going to be 83. 83 wins. They finished with 81, right? No, 80. They're saying this year, 4 games worse, 79. What do you make of it?
Honestly, bro, I'm going to put my neck out there, and I think we're going to hit 88.
88?
Yeah.
That's not unrealistic, to be honest with you.
No.
They could happen.
Yeah.
I don't think, for me personally, I think the highest they get for me is 86, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I don't care.
I don't care. I think we're right on, man. We are spot on. I'm trying to get.
Babe says 90. Drew says 88. Red Dog back to 500, so 81. Wow. Yeah, right around there. I still consider that 80. Look, if you're anywhere between 85 and 75 is of course worse. You're a 500 club,
right? We got some power. Perfect.
Daniel, he played center field and shortstop.
Okay. Hilarious. So I played center field and I got moved around to the corners. So Mr. Steinbeck was a good coach, very fundamentally sound. He preached discipline, but if you were on his bad list, it was tough to get playing time. So I feel your pain. The way I just approached Hal, I just said, hey man, leave me alone. I'll be your team captain. I'll play hard for you and let me do my thing. So he actually stuck with me. My junior year, I didn't hit the best. My senior year, I hit a lot better. I think it was in the high 3s, and then I kind of pooped out towards the end. But this guy was a hard coach to play for. Very disciplined, very set in his own ways, very old school. And you either loved him or you hated him, and you kind of get a mixed bag on the team. So he was really big on when he used to teach hitting. He would always teach inside out. I don't know if you remember that, Daniel. So he'd always make our hitters take the inside pitch and hit it the other way. That does work, but it's really hard to teach, and a lot of hitters can't make that adjustment.
Graham. Real quick, Eddie says, I don't know, besides 21, we haven't seen 88 wins since 2014. How is it supposed to happen with this rotation? Good point. What do you make of that?
Well, we're a year older, so we have some seasoning. We had 80 wins last year, and I felt like we were a shitty team.
Okay.
So I feel like we're 1 year more mature.
You think it's a difference of 8 games?
Well,
it's kind of a stretch.
I blame a lot. Okay, so let's say Snell, for example. How many losses did he have the first half? I don't know. 8, 9.
Oh my God, it was a lot. There was a lot.
So let's say he wins, I don't know, 6 of those games, right?
Mhm.
And we can give those wins and spread it out to some of the young arms, and maybe we'll give Verlander a couple of those wins. We'll sprinkle in something, right?
Fair. Okay.
So I don't know, man, and I think our hitting is going to get better.
You think it's going to get better? You've heard the term of sophomore slumps, right? Well, we got a lot of guys who are entering their second year. Ramos, Lee, Fitzgerald, Bailey, his first full season, Harrison, Birdsong. And there's a lot of quote-unquote sophomores in the lineup, or I should say on the roster.
So I'm projecting a couple things. If you're a baseball guy, you got to kind of look deeper. The first thing you need is leadership. So we have Webby as a leader or captain. We have our boy Chappie, and then we have Adames.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Those 3 guys are going to elevate people's games around them. They just will. Okay. Then let's throw in the coaching staff where we have this new pitching coach or seasoned pitching coach. You got, the promo. Bob is going to be harder this year, stricter this year. And they're going to be working on fundamentals, and Posey's going to hold Bob accountable.
Okay.
So I think it's just going to be a better brand of ball because there is a standard now, and it's starting from the top.
Okay.
Now,
that's fair.
I'm just projecting, and we can get 8 more wins, which I think we can get there. And that's just better brand of ball. That's better pitching, and we're a better team than last year. So I think we're there, but I don't know. They could have a bad month, and then I'm gone. They're back to 500.
San Diego says, "Think my Padres make any moves?" I don't think so, man.
Bro,
you guys don't have a TV. You guys don't have a TV, right? You don't have a TV contract. I don't know, man. I hate to say it, San Diego.
They're still a good team, though.
Still a good team. No, they're still a good team. So I wouldn't fret so much. You still have a good team. And speaking of which, this is a perfect question because let me ask you this, Paul. Giants play better than San Diego?
Okay. No.
Okay. Do they play better than Arizona?
Barely, but yes.
Okay. Do they play better than Atlanta Braves?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd say they're either going to be 500 or they might be a little bit better than them.
Okay. The Mets.
Ooh. I think they can do it this year. Their pitching rotation is not the best this year for the Mets.
Right.
I think they can this year for sure.
So Mets are better than Giants?
I would say Giants could be better than the Mets a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cubs. Pretty good team.
They're going to be scraping by the barrel. I think it'll be just like Arizona, back and forth, maybe a little bit better.
Milwaukee?
Ooh, they're tough, dude. I say Milwaukee's a little bit better than us.
Yeah. Cincinnati. Don't sleep on them.
Don't sleep on them, but I think we're better than them.
Okay. So you think the Giants make a wild card then? Because some of those now not the Brewers. The Brewers I think are going to be a division winner, but you're going to be competing against San Diego, Arizona, Atlanta Braves, and the Mets. And again, maybe the Cubs too. You got 5
remember
teams.
at the end of the year, the last 10 games when we beat up on Arizona?
Yeah.
We manhandled them, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Padres owned us last year, but we literally just played our worst games ever against them. So I don't even think we're that far off, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I feel like this is another factor that I'm going to factor in besides the leadership. I believe these guys love playing with each other, and I feel like they're a close group. It's almost like a family, a knit group, yeah. And I feel like there's going to be that brotherhood, that bonding, and there's something to be said about that. I really believe that on a team. The Padres are going to be good because now they have more continuity and they played in big games together, so there's more confidence. But I think we could be just as good as them because I think we have enough talent to be a little bit better than them.
Do you worry? Okay, I think the lineup is going to be better. But again, a lot of it's going to be determined on some of these kids who are going to have their second full year in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to adapt? Because the league's going to definitely adjust to them. So that's going to be key. What do you make of the road? Do you think the rotation is going to be able to stay into games? Do you like the idea of Hicks start? He came out and said he wants to start 30s. He wants to keep his fastball between 97 and 99. I mean, we saw him break down last year. So I don't. And then you got a 42-year-old Verlander. I mean, maybe he does it, maybe he doesn't. I mean, that's a question mark to a certain extent.
I mean, the vibe I got with Hicks, the dude looks locked in already. And I'm not saying he's going to have a good year because of that, but he just looks like he's ready to go. And Buster said in one of his interviews that he talks to him every day. He's working out at the stadium every day. And Posey's like, we're taking off, any little thing that happened last year, we're going to let you go. Hicks believes he's going to get 30 games in this year.
Well, where did that come from?
That's what he said over the weekend.
I know. Dude,
I don't know
by his 10th game, he was already
dude.
gassed, right? By the 10th game, he was gassed.
Bro, that's what he's shooting for.
I don't get it, dude.
So, again.
Where'd you find that, Giovanni? Real quick. Where'd you find that, Giovanni? Let me know. Is it on Twitter? Is it on a website? I'll take a look at it.
But Hicks, man, I mean, he could be an outlier. He could have a comeback season, man, and he might surprise us.
We'll see.
He's a big dude, man. He's built. He's like 6'3", 6'2". He's huge.
So would you say there's a lot of what ifs, a lot of hope, or do you feel confident that this team, 88 wins, it's pretty decent? And again, like Eddie said, it's been a while since the Giants have even gotten that close.
I just feel like the mentality that I felt I was trying to read body language, and a lot of the guys that were there, they weren't like wide-eyed, they weren't like goo goo gaga. They were just ready for the season. They look like they just want to win. They look like they're ready to go. They look like they're in good shape. And everyone looks like that though before the season starts, right? I mean, everybody does. Personal, bro. And so all I'm saying is it's kind of like a vibe I felt.
That's fair.
I feel like this year they're not going to dick around. They're going to get down to business and work. We're only here to win, and if you're not here to win, get the hell away from us. So that's how you build a winning program. You have to have guys that want to win, that are winners. Adames, everywhere he's gone, he's won. So I believe he's going to bring that winning pedigree. And
why don't the Giants add another person like that?
Well, we've been talking about that. We got a lot of deficiencies. We got ownership. We got Posey learning on the fly. We got people that don't want to come here yet. We don't even have a farm system to build off of or trade from.
Correct. I know.
There's a lot of Posey walked into this with no experience.
I know.
And the house is not built the right way.
I agree with you. It's going to take time. There's no doubt about it.
And Friedman's had 11 years and Posey's had 4 months.
Right. No, I get it. But what I'm saying, and what I was trying to say about earlier with Farhan, is he did not leave. Everyone talks about how Bobby Evans, how he left the team when Farhan came in. Well, guess what? When Farhan left, he exactly didn't have he didn't leave the cupboards stocked, as you will. So it's and again, he had plenty. He was supposed to come in and do that, and he didn't.
Nope.
So I mean, it's going to be.
You know tough. What it was, bro.
And here's another thing, right, Paul? Real quick. Andrew Friedman isn't going to stop. It's not like the Dodgers in 5 years are all of a sudden going to start sucking. He's going to continue to add pieces, get rid of pieces, add pieces, get rid of pieces. So, again, the Giants have a lot of work. They've dug themselves in a hole, and it is going to be tough. If you have aspirations in winning the division.
The only thing we got going for us, once Posey gets more tenured and gets this job under control, the only thing that we have going for us is Friedman can't do what Posey does because Friedman didn't play the game at the highest level like Posey, which means the players have a different level of respect. I don't care if they don't want to play for the Giants.
Okay.
When they talk to Buster Posey, it's a whole nother conversation versus talking to an Andrew Friedman.
And you know what? I agree with that. But that doesn't mean it's going to work as president of baseball operations because how many deals has he sealed having that quote unquote gravitas? Just because, and I'm at fault for this too because I thought, okay, with his experience that he's going to be able to get it done. being a president of baseball operations consumes so much more than just.
I know.
Yeah, right.
But
so
the guys he did sign, the 2 guys he signed, they only went there because of Buster. Okay. Now, even Chapman.
Well,
three.
Verlander wasn't getting $15 million from anyone with a damn no trade clause.
But I agree with you. But Verlander has some respect for Posey because they played against each other in the World Series. He knows.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get that.
But there's like this little respect that's like,
I get it.
They don't want to say it, but it's like, dude, that's Buster Posey.
Sure.
Now, again, that can only go so far. But Posey said it well, like I said the other day, and I'm not trying to say kudos to me. But what he said was, well, we didn't get Roki, so guess what that tells us? We got to take care of business on the field, which tells me we got to win. If we don't win on the field, we're never going to attract people, no matter how
you win. How do you win on the field?
Right now,
having good players, right?
Yeah, but right now you got to look at what you got and go, we got to make them the best version of who they are. So we got to give them resources, coaching, mental training, video training, nutrition, whatever the hell they need.
I mean, they're getting the nutrition and that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? They're going to take it up another level. I don't know. They're going to do whatever they got to do to get the advantage. So I'm just saying, Posey understands you got to win with what you got, and that's the only way this tide's going to turn. And you better start drafting well. And the only reason why I'm afraid of drafting is I'm afraid of the scouts who are drafting. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's damn good scouts for San Francisco. I'm not trying to bury them. But I want to maybe see if we can sprinkle in a couple scouts from these good farm systems, Red Sox, Rays, Dodgers, bring some of them over and let them sprinkle in their blueprint and show the Giants maybe a different way of scouting.
Okay, that's again, that's going to be tough.
It is.
That's going to be tough.
It is. But the Dodgers seem to steal a lot of our players. It's our turn to steal some of the Dodgers players or people over to us.
Yeah, I get you.
But it is what it is, man. I look at it like this. If the Dodgers are doing what they're doing, that should only motivate you to want to work harder.
Well, it hasn't worked so far. Will it now? We'll see.
Well, you better, because if not, then get rid of the whole entire staff and get another staff.
Yeah.
We got to do something. You got to have the fire in you. You got to love the competition.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
If you don't love competition at that level, you shouldn't be there.
And again, this great point, because I think, does Buster Posey have that fire? I think he does. Yeah. Does ownership have that fire, or are they just like, we're comfortable where we're at?
Well, it's going to get to a point where the fans are going to call them out like they're doing now. And
absolutely. I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be one of them because I'm tired of seeing it, because obviously look, if we're getting the same type of, what do you want to say? Same type of, what the hell am I looking, the word I'm looking for? Under Farhan, they did certain things. Under Posey, it's kind of similar. We're seeing some weird moves. You know what I'm saying? So what's the common denominator? Well, it's ownership. Maybe they're not allowing them to go out there, and maybe hey, Zach Manasian worked under Farhan.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if I would have gone with Manasian. Again, he's never done this before. I thought Buster should have got somebody that had a little bit more experience at that position.
Yeah.
If you can. But
so let me
the results. That's what I'm trying to say. The results under Farhan and now under Posey at this particular time seems similar.
Okay, I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to answer you. It's kind of similar too. So this comes from my boy. Let me see here.
You looking at the chat?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, Val Ramos. Paul, the Dodgers have a blank check and the Giants have a budget. Come on.
Yeah, that's no, Hunter.
Okay.
100%,
right?
I'm
going to answer that. Okay. So everyone in the chat, they know me as a scout. But what you don't know about me as a baseball person, I'm actually a baseball coach first. I'm a Major League Baseball scout second. So I actually have stories, and it might correlate to the big leagues. I had this one team. It was a 12 and under team. And out of this team, to this day, there was 2 kids that got drafted off this team. We were the worst travel ball team in the country. We were 0-16 or 17 right out of the chute. And parents were paying me over $200 and something a month. They were pissed off at me. They're ready to fire me. And what was I doing? I was being nice. I was worried about hurting their feelings. And these are 12-year-olds. I get it, but I'm going to tell you the story. I told the parents, I'm going back to my old school ways of doing baseball coaching. I'm going to run a hard practice like I do with my high school kids. I'm going to run these kids. I'm going to train them hard. I'm going to hit the ground balls harder. I'm going to make them hit their cutoffs. They're going to be held accountable if they don't do what they're supposed to do. And I want 2 weeks with these guys. Don't show up to my practices because you might hear F-bombs. And if they're crying on this field, they're going to run. We get them ready for this national tournament that they prepaid. Again, we were the worst team in baseball. We go to Arizona. The first game, we barely squeak out a win. The second game, we won by 2. The next game, we won by 1. The fourth game, we won by 5. Now we're in the finals against this team called the Thunderbirds. I'll never forget their name. They were 51-0. And here comes our lily-dally team that was just trying to figure out how to win ball games. They had 20-something kids on their roster. I had 12 because we just didn't have enough kids that had money that could fly all over the place, but we just managed to do what we had. We ran out of pitching. I was having guys that never pitched before pitch. These guys had like 10 guys in the bullpen.
Wow.
Well, here comes the game. We go up, they go up. We're up by 2, they're up by 3. We're up by 1, they're up by 1. Now we're in a tie ball game. We finally get the winning run going ahead. We have to shut them down for one more inning. And my pitcher gets the bases loaded with no outs. We get the first out, pop up. The next pitch, we roll a double play. We win the ball game. The crowd was silent. They didn't know what the hell happened. And the media was there. They were interviewing our kids because it was a big deal. This team was like supposedly the best team ever. And it came back to this: player development. I don't give a shit how good these guys are. I don't give a shit how much money they make. If you have the bulldog mentality and you train them right and you build that mentality, you can beat anybody on any given day. And that's the beautiful thing of baseball. So, and that's just one story. I've got other stories with college kids, with high school kids, with pro kids, but I just wanted to bring that up because player development, it does matter at the end of the day. Even if you don't have the money, that's what can make the difference. Look at the Detroit Tigers last year. Look at the Kansas City Royals. Look at the Cleveland Indians, or not Indians. Where are they called now?
Guardians.
I almost call them the Commanders. You know, and I understand they're not in our division. I get that, but it's still baseball. They play really good baseball.
But here's the thing with some of these teams that are also not spending a whole lot of money. They also have been drafting and developing well. That's the difference. Giants have not been doing that. That's an issue. Oh, hey, real quick, Ryan, is this the clip here? I'm pretty sure this is the clip. I'm famous again. I'm famous again. I don't know if you know. There's a YouTube channel out there called Feel the Zeal, and they do reactions on certain channels with Major League Baseball news. I'm on it again. I was on it with Corbin Burns, and now I'm on it with Roki Sasaki. This is the right one, right, Ryan? I think, isn't it? Feel the Zeal? Is that the YouTube channel? I'm almost positive. Can I have your autograph, Paul? So here I am. Look, this is great. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold it. Is this the one? Yep, that's the one. All right, here we go. I see what. All right, here we go. Here we go, man. This is going to be good. Hey, I should be able to pay. It's my damn content. Here we go.
What you should be complaining about is how your poor owner, he's worth billions, cries poor. money.
I guess. Look, I guess off with the brand new hat and put that away.
Are we surprised? No. Are we pissed off as Giants fans? Yes. So much for not being in the media spotlight. Hell of a production. I'll give you that. Hell of a production. You belong in LA. You deserve an Oscar. Get the hell out of here talking about all this bullshit. I am not shocked. I'm not sitting here going, oh my God, I can't believe the Dodgers. No, I'm pissed off because the Dodgers did sign him. Is that great?
That's
I'm
great.
at the very end.
That's great.
How about that, huh? How about that? 43,000 views so far.
No way you went viral.
But again, it's a bunch of clips. It's a bunch of clips.
And do you get $1 of that?
I get not a damn dollar. I need to go find this guy.
Right?
By the way, I'm on the damn thumbnail.
Damn.
I'm on the thumbnail here.
You just monetize your
I'm
ass.
I'm on two thumbnails. Dude. Shouldn't I get some kind of compensation?
Yeah, dude.
Look at this. They got my goofy ass right here. You see that on the lower left hand?
I do.
There's Hum Baby. And then
I
over
love Hum
here,
Baby.
look, got me looking up in the sky with a retarded ass face. There you go. I'm famous.
I love it, dude. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, get your money. Call them back. Hey, I want to cut.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
You can't be making money off me, bro. What's going on?
Oh, jeez.
So I don't know. Again, you guys can cook me if I'm wrong. And I'm okay with that. You know why?
Who cares? There
is no ego here. The
no,
ego's
there
gone.
isn't. No.
When I was younger, I had the ego. I'm older. I don't care anymore.
Right.
But all I'm going to say is I'm going to put my gonads out there and just trust what I know and trust what I believe in. And I'm just going to say it because I've seen it so many times in my career and I'm seeing it right now. And again, we'll see. That's the fun part of this game.
Yep, exactly. And look, we come on this show and we're just giving our own damn opinions and educated guesses, if you will.
Right.
We're just having fun, man. I'm not. Yeah. It's having fun.
It's having
Do we get emotional? Absolutely.
Because we love this damn team, no matter what.
Absolutely. All right,
you know what? It was nice to be around Giants fans over the weekend, and I met like 3 or 4 families, and we're just talking, and it's cool because we all have the same interest. We love the Giants. All we want to do is talk baseball, and it's really fun to do this because it gets us out of that work, that stress, the grind, whatever you're doing, and you freeze your mind and you can just go have some fun.
Yeah.
And just say what you mean, man, and mean what you say. And, I just have this weird vibe that these guys are not dicking around this year. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think Posey's dicking around. I don't think Bob's dicking around. I don't think any of these guys, Adames, Chapman, our pitcher Webb, and some of these other guys, I just feel like they're all going to gravitate to them, and it's just going to lift everybody up. So are we the underdogs? Of course we are. We've always been underdogs. We're Giants. Even on the good teams, we were underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we want. We want that underdog, bulldog mentality. We don't care. We'll go into Dodger Stadium. We'll play in front of 40,000 fans, and we'll pull off the upset, and we'll smile, and we'll sign autographs as we're leaving the stadium.
Look at that. Eric making the Giants famous, even without signings. There you go. Yeah, I'm doing my part. Damn it. One of these days, it's going to be a good reaction. You notice all of those reactions that I haven't been. It wasn't. I was always on the haters. I was never on the other side.
Right.
Yeah, you saw that thumbnail? Pretty good, right, Carlos? Good God.
Plus, we got Will Clark, man. He's one of the best players of all time. He's one of our coaches, bro. You get that energy flowing in the dugout, that guy don't mess around, dude. He's going to call people out as he sees it.
Look, he's been with the organization for a long time. In the last 6 years, not so much, though.
Yeah.
It takes more than just one guy.
I agree. but he's going to develop Eldridge at first base.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, and what's funny is he was saying he could still pick it at his age.
To be honest with you, probably should have Brandon Belt out there too, because he's kind of the same body build.
Yep, I
Not
agree.
quite as bulky, but with height and how to do the footwork at first base. I think Brandon Belt would be fantastic to help him with.
You know who else I saw on the coaching staff? It was actually on their website. Joe Panic.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he'll be working out with Fitzy, and I'm sure Crawford's going to come out because he lives out there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to be in good hands, man.
We'll see. Hey,
You know?
I'm just tired of the talk. It's time to freaking action. That's what it's about.
Yeah, let's just go, man. Let's just, get that bulldog. I want winners. I don't even care where you came from, what round you came from, how much money you signed for. If you think and you believe you can beat whoever is in front of you, let's go. I want to train you.
There you go. All right, Paul. Hey, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm going to close it out.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy.
Take care. Thank you, guys. Have fun.
Woo! All right, there's Paul, man. Good show tonight. Had the panel going on today talking about the San Francisco Giants. That was a lot of fun. Got a little heated, but hey, it's all fun, man. It's all fun and games. We all we all want the Giants to be better. It's just a matter of the direction that we want to get there. Anyways, time to get out of here, guys. See you tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Be good, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.